But Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. His dreams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure, like fresh manure. But I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stay so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Bingo! We're sicked off across the board with charge to what because the squad can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. It's not in burp and leaning ban. It matters not if I should find a child scan to see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunch and into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact and how he felt he was attacked. This is nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Wednesday, 20th of December 2023. 5 days until Christmas. I do hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, hope you're enjoying the festive period and all that jazz. Phil Burnell is a busy boy today, as you can see. He was sent a brand new template for his daily schedule and he's messing about with it, but apparently it's causing some chaos on the stream because there's a lot of digging noises being made while Phil's trying to set it all up. Imagine these things could be done of course before you go live on stream, but nah, not Phil. Phil rocks into his fucking room, ready to stream 5 minutes beforehand, whatever, freshly awake, and he's like, wait, what do I need to fucking do? Oh wait a second, there's so much I got to do. I still love Phil's lie that he's in his office at least 30 minutes before he's due to go live, getting ready to set up and check. No, there's no way, there's no goddamn way. I'm pressing X to out that one all goddamn day long. But yeah, Phil's apparently messing with a new schedule template that was sent to him. Fucking looking forward to that one, that's what I'm sure. Anyway, hope you're all doing well indeed, and hope you're all prepared for Christmas or almost prepared for Christmas, not jazz as well. Yeah, so there's not much to go over before we start bingo. Phil's daily crap last night was a bit cringe and a bit what the fuck, because he decided that the daily crap required him to go on about how everyone's upset because Baldur's Gate 3 is doing so well for him. I mean, this is just like fucking embarrassing in my opinion, but whatever. Phil decided to rant about it today. Sorry, he ranted about it last night. The last thing Phil did before deciding to leave his office, I guess, was make this little daily crap video. Yeah, you see for yourself.
Time, I hope again, for those who like the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, I hope you'll come by and watch and engage and support. Now, I will say this, just so you guys know, because I haven't talked about this yet, and I'll probably talk about this on tomorrow's podcast. There is an element of people out there who are very upset with how the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough is going. But not what you think. You might think, oh, because they don't like how you're playing it or whatever. Oh, no. It's because the viewers are coming to the streams, watching, engaging, and supporting. And they don't like that. They were hoping that Baldur's Gate 3 was going to be another Divinity 2. They thought that within 1 or 2 streams it would tank, and then I'd be sitting here committing to this lengthy game that no one was going to watch or engage or support with. For just so you guys know, I'm 12 hours in. Every stream's been great. I don't have a single complaint about anyone showing up, engaging, or supporting on these streams. They've all been good, okay? So I hope we can keep that momentum going. And if we do, these people are legit upset. I'm getting comments on the videos. People are fucking emailing me and shit, tweeting me and stuff about, oh, yeah, you're only playing that game because of money and stuff. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm playing it because people wanted it. It's a game of the year and said that they really wanted it. You know, that's why I'm playing it. And it just so happens we're 12 hours in and it's actually pretty good. And I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to learn more and get better at it. There's been frustrating parts of the game. I've been very vocal about those, and I'm going to continue to do that and be honest with my audience about what I like and dislike about Baldur's Gate 3. But what's funny is these people cannot accept success. Oh my god, he actively finally chose to play this game. He's playing it. People are liking the playthrough, showing up, engaging, and supporting. They hate it. How dare he have success? So, FYI, I just thought you'd like to know that because it's hilarious, these people trying to leave negative shit on my playthrough and try to say, it doesn't work. I'm going to continue to play this game and enjoy it, and as long as everyone else is enjoying it too, I think we're going to continue to have this awesome playthrough over the next month. Keep in mind that we're going to do a schedule update on the Christmas Marathon on Saturday, and we're going to figure out exactly what games are coming out when, and when, you know, how long I'll be able to keep this as a major game in the rotation, or when it's going to become a balanced thing. We'll see, okay? But
So, yeah, that was Phil last night in his daily crap, and it's like, it's the weirdest fucking thing. He's playing the game because the fans want it. No, he's playing the game because the fans literally bought it for him and threw it at him. After 4 months of constant requests, constant demanding, you know, constant fucking begging of Phil to play this game that they all fucking love themselves, he finally played it because someone bought it for him. Phil's pretending he's been such a fucking nice guy, says I finally fucking done it for my audience. No. You're only playing it because somebody bought the goddamn game for you outright. And let's be honest, this is basically... This is the next Elden Ring for Phil, because this is the one game which has so far, over the last 4 or 5 streams, whatever, has brought consistent success in terms of tip contributions to Phil. If you go to the tips tracker, every time you see Baldur's Gate, you'll see it either being green or blue in terms of support, green being the hats, and blue being the vests. So every time Baldur's Gate played was free, you got a vest here, you got a hat here, you got a hat here, and you got another vest here. So yeah, the 4 streams so far of Baldur's Gate 3, massively successful for him, massively beneficial for him financially in terms of tips. And so yeah, it's basically the last time Phil had that sort of consistent success with a game, you know, was probably Elden Ring, and that was primarily because of one whale constantly fucking giving him big massive tips. And so yeah, this time around as well, you know, Phil's getting this kind of support because mainly due to whales. Mainly, there's a couple of whales that turn up for Baldur's Gate 3 because I really fucking want to see Phil play it. And despite all Phil's annoyances with the game, he's persevering and not shit, you know what I mean? He's waiting for chat to tell him what to do, and they're holding his hand and all that jazz. But yeah, it's a strange brag. Basically, Phil's streams always one tip away from either being a very disappointing night or a wonderful night. It's a strange kind of weird dynamic there, where if one person does not turn up with one big massive whale tip, that can be a difference between a beg video and a brag video about how successful he's been. But yeah, I just, that daily crap last night was like just so fucking like, what the fuck? Like, Phil, what, are you seriously bragging about fucking people throwing, like, deadheads throwing whale money at you because you're playing the game finally after 4 months? We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how long Phil's temperament can withstand Baldur's Gate 3 and the dynamics of the game, which is frustrating to him and all that jazz. Who fucking knows how long that'll last or whatever. And plus, as well, as Phil said, he has his upcoming schedule thing to look forward to, which might see Baldur's Gate 3 put on a shelf because he has other games to play, which is a bit unfair to Baldur's Gate 3, but there you go. Jesus, man, it's so fucking painful. Anyway, let's actually get all set up for the bingo card. Let's get all prepared for the bingo card. And can somebody give me a random number, please? And a random number so I can generate the bingo card. Nothing too big number-wise, otherwise I might break the bingo board. Number 2, okay. Kaneki said 2. That was the first number I saw in chat, 2. So we're going to go with number 2. That's a nice small number. There we go. So I just type in 2 in there and hit enter. And this is a bingo board we have, which is randomized background as well. And I guess I'll have to wait and see and find out what bingo background we have today. But today's bingo card is as follows. Phil to say addition, him pointing at a text on the screen, him repeating the same point constantly, him saying business and him saying shocked. The second row is Phil saying now, on demand, him clearing his throat, him saying idiot, and him making that annoying T sound. T. The third row is Phil saying tired, him bumping his microphone, him being a victim, him saying fun and no exaggeration. The fourth row is Phil saying schedule, chill, update, oh, and unique. And the fifth and final row is Phil giving somebody a leaning ban, him saying members, him saying a years ago story, him saying by the way, and finally Phil saying what the fuck are you talking about? So there we go. That is today's bingo card right there, and it looks like a quite strong card to me, but I always think the cards are strong. You never can tell with Phil sometimes in the way he does these things. Even though Phil is so predictable, you never can tell with him. Of course, the aim of the game is to try and get a full house 25 out of 25 on the bingo card you see before you on the screen. But to make sure you're eligible to win a prize on the bingo card, you've got to make sure you leave a comment on a community post, which is linked in the description of this stream. In the description of this live stream you're watching right now, if you're watching live, and even if you're watching on demand, because the fucking description stays the same, there's a link to a community post. So again, so you've got to make sure you've left a comment in there at some point to make sure you're eligible to win a prize if you do get a full house 25 out of 25 on a card. So there we go. I cannot stress that point enough. And that way, if you do leave a comment, then you could win a prize if you do get a full house, and that's usually determined by a fun game of marbles. And of course, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces for the bingo card you see before you. For example, if Phil snorts 20 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that gives us a free space. If he burps, if he gets 100 likes from his audience and blows bubbles from them all before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that too gives us all a free space. And finally, if we get 100 likes on this very bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, not only does that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the bubbles animation, that Pixar animation so very kindly made for us all to enjoy today. And big ups to Agent Proper, it just showed up in the chat. I saw Agent Proper's tweet earlier on. He is working on a best of moments for 2023, and I believe it's almost finished. I think that's what the last update I saw was from earlier on from Agent Proper. But because Secret Limited is not doing the worst moments anymore, he's taking a break from however, at least for now. So Agent Proper decided I'm going to do my own version, and so yeah, I believe it's almost finished. So I'm looking forward to seeing that final video. The year's not over yet. You know, it could have one more chaotic thing to add to the list before the end of the year, but who knows. Phil's about to go live now, so yeah, I mean, I've covered all the bases. We can actually just start live, you know, we'll just start live. I guess we'll build up speed up juice as we go. Okay, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. It's a long outro anyway, it's a fucking long intro. But I will. Proper is saying I'm on number 1. I've been picking through the 5-hour piggy roast. Oh, the side scrollers thing. Oh, did Agent Proper just spoil what number 1 was? Although I guess it's going to be hard to beat side scrollers. That side scrollers interview is always going to be number 1. I mean, technically it's a spoiler, but at the same time, it was always going to be. There's nothing else that could have been number 1 apart from that shit show of a fucking interview from side scrollers. But yeah, it's a lot to go through. It's a lot to go through that interview. Anyway, let's go on with the bingo. Good luck everyone. Here we fucking go. I'm just gonna wait for Phil's shitey intro to finish, and then I will unmute it. This intro is so bad, it really is. And his ugly fucking face pops up, Jesus Christ. Anyway guys, good luck everyone. Here we fucking go. Good luck.
Good morning everyone, Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast for Wednesday the 20th of December 2023. And today we've got a chill show, an interesting one where we'll be recapping a lot of the playthroughs I'm doing and give status updates because a few of these are actually starting to reach the end. We'll be talking about the very hyped Christmas marathon this weekend, the Christmas Eve react show, and more. But before we get to all of that, I have something that I would like to say that I feel is kind of pertinent and important, especially this time of year. You know, we're in the midst of the holiday season, are we not? Right? The snow is falling, the Christmas trees have been decorated, the food's in the oven, family and friends are on the way. And a lot of the time, we could get so caught up in our own hustle and bustle that we don't really start to look around us at things that are going down. And particularly, what I would like to address is that not everyone has a great time of year this time of year. For some, the holiday season is sad. They're alone. They don't have anyone. Or maybe they lost a family member or a friend or a loved one around this time of year, and it just serves as like a stark reminder of that loss. And a lot of us don't get that, I feel. You know, You don't understand that because your whole life you kind of associate the holiday season with positivity and fun and friends and giving. It's a positive season, but not for everyone. And as I've gotten older, I've learned to walk in other people's shoes and start to see from their perspectives. And basically what I want to emphasize this morning is that this time of year, as much as it is a time for us to be happy and healthy and be nice to everyone around us, it's also a time to be understanding and observant for those who aren't. And maybe understand that maybe their life isn't the same as yours. And you should perhaps try to walk in someone else's shoes and understand why they feel the way that they do before you cast harsh judgments against them. It's easy to just dismiss someone as a Grinch or a humbug instead of actually realizing that maybe something is going on in that person's life, and that's why they're not actually having a good time during this holiday season when the rest of us are. If you're someone who's in that position, I do have a message for you, okay? This morning I was getting ready. I was putting on my pullover here. I'm brushing my hair. I'm getting ready for the stream, right? And I'm having a good morning. Like, I'm having fun with my wife, and I'm having fun with Jasper. We've got all these creatures out in the backyard. To let you know what happened, because it was kind of funny. We have this new thing we've been doing. It's called suet. And what it is, it's a block of, like, coagulated fat and nuts and fruit and stuff. And you put it in this little cage, and you hang it outside on your fence, and all these creatures will come by to eat it over the course of the day. Okay? So we're putting out a new one. And my wife goes to do it. She goes to pop it out, and the whole thing just goes, explodes. So there is...
She broke something else? Is there nothing that fat-ass bitch won't break?
Suet chunks all over the backyard. And so she comes inside to wash her hands because the thing's so messy. And all these creatures just converge on the backyard. We've got squirrels. We've got birds of like 5 different kinds. And it's just, it's beautiful. It's like, wow, how awesome, how positive. And we're smiling ear to ear. We're eating our breakfast. I'm having my coffee. We're having a really great morning. Okay, I come upstairs. I brush my hair to get ready for the stream. And I realize how lucky I am to have the life that I have, that we live to. It's such a beautiful life that's fun and positive. And we're really, really enjoying this holiday season. And then I thought back to about 8 years ago, 7 years ago, and I'm remembering how things were at a time in my life when things were not good. You know, back then I didn't even have a podcast, all right? I didn't even turn on my camera unless it was like a special event. Back then I didn't care about how I looked, how I dressed, how I behaved.
So to clarify, he's talking about 2017, 7 years ago. So is that basically in between when Leanna dumped his ass and my fucking hooked up a cat?
I was literally at that point in my life a heavy alcoholic drinker. My personal life was a shambles. In the morning, did I ever brush my hair or get nice and get ready to go on stream? No, I didn't even care. It was just like, well, just another day. Just gonna throw myself out on stream and hopefully make some money today. That's really what was in my mind back then. I was in a low point of my life, you know, and just going through the motions just to get stuff to happen. And I particularly remember, you know, that time of that. I can't remember exactly the year, but I just remember this one year. It was the holiday season, and even though on stream I was putting out a show publicly for everyone, I was feeling awful. You know, my life sucked. I didn't like anything that was going on in my life. I hated what I was doing for my job. It had gotten stale. I hated my personal life. It was falling apart. I was, you know, drinking constantly. Burger. So basically all this bad stuff going on. And now here I am.
You can't just fucking say you're drinking constantly and then immediately follow it up with a fucking belch. It makes us think you're still drinking right fucking now, Phil.
So basically all this bad stuff going on. And now here I am this morning, and I'm having like the best, you know, morning with my family, enjoying the holiday season. I'm excited to come on stream with all of you this morning and have a great day. And it just hit me like how lucky I am and how easy it is for those of us who just don't understand others and their perspectives and what they could be going through to again, to be harsh and judgmental. So I just wanted to bring some awareness to this to you all this morning. And for those of you who maybe are at your low right now, because I'm assured that a few people who are watching this podcast right now, live or on demand, may be feeling low and being down, and there's bad stuff going on in your life right now. First of all, I want you to let you know I get it, because I've been there. All right?
Burger.
And the only thing that I can say, because I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a counselor, I'm not some psychic who can tell the future. But what I can tell you is that from my personal experience, all right, these low times in your life don't last. They will definitely come up. There's going to be times in your life that you just can't avoid stuff happening, all right? My life has been like this, all right? A series of high highs immediately followed by a crashing bunch of low lows, and then a high high, and then a low low again, and it just constantly going like this. And you can't really avoid that. Some people are lucky, and they're rich, and they don't have to worry about stuff, and their life is just a high all the time.
Well, you make 6 figures per year and have done for the past decade.
Right? But not many of us get to experience that. A lot of us, we have real lives.
Also, Phil's trying to figure out to here. Phil's trying to insinuate that rich people never feel depression. That's a very dangerous thing to assume. If there was no such thing as, look, I mean, if money solved all of life's fucking problems, rich people wouldn't die. I've said that multiple times over the fucking months and years. But if that was a true fucking thing, Phil, rich people wouldn't fucking die if money solved all of life's fucking problems. That is not how the fucking world works.
Of this varying up and down cycle, correct? So understand that right now, if you're at a low during this holiday season, and everyone around you just might not get it, might not understand why you're all bummed out and you want to be left alone and you're just feeling glum and very humbug, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Don't worry. At least my advice is things will get better. They don't last, they just don't. Things always change. It just takes some time and patience. And when you're at your lowest, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear that it's either going to immediately change right now, or else you're so stuck in the dumps that you can't think of anything else but being stuck in the dumps. I know, again, I've been there. But I want to let you know, at least from my perspective and my experiences in my life, things get better.
What a fucking life. Phil, your life is a very fucking boring one in the grand scheme of things. It's very fucking... You do the same thing every single fucking day. You wake up late to your fucking job, you roll out of fucking bed straight to your fucking little office to do a stream, poorly by the way. You do that 6 times a goddamn week, then you fucking day off, you occasionally go some, grocery shopping, you sometimes get a fucking haircut, you have some doctor's appointments or some pish. But Phil, your life in the grand scheme of things is not a very healthy fucking life whatsoever. And your advice for him, Phil's advice here for anyone feeling sad is just wait it out and it'll get better. That's not the greatest advice. Look, everyone has fucking moments in their fucking lives when they're feeling, good and they're feeling bad. That's just fucking life. Some people need more help than others, and it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. If people genuinely need fucking help, seek help. Phil's saying, don't worry, just give it some time, you'll be fucking fine. And it's like, it's a bit irresponsible for him to just insinuate that. I see what Phil's trying to do here. I see what he's trying to convey message-wise here. But at the same time, he's not really saying it responsible enough, because it's one of those things where he's basically just saying, just wait it out, you'll be fine. Which is not the case at all for a lot of fucking people. It's just one of those things. I mean, yeah, this time of year, the holiday blues will hit some people. It happens to us all. You know what I mean? But Phil, for goodness sake, it's just very weird for him to try and fucking... This is like, he's incapable of acting wholesome. He really is. But fuck it, I'm just gonna crack on, right? I'm going 1.25 though. We got a little bit of speed up just so I'm gonna build up. I'm gonna crack on.
They do. So, at a time when a lot of people may be struggling, I want you to know I got your back. I know what you're going through. And stick in it. Stick with it. Alright? Don't give up. Because life is not worth giving up on. There's a lot of good things going on. And as you can get past the low parts, right? There's nowhere to go but up. I've been at a point where I hated my life. I hated who I was. I didn't think anyone cared about me. I didn't think anyone loved me. I didn't think that anything that I did on this planet mattered. I thought I was an insignificant speck that was nothing but a waste of air. That's how I felt. And now look at me. Years later, I'm happily married with a great family life, with a great show that I put out every day that people care about. awesome content and streams, a job that I love, a family that I can't wait to spend time with over these holidays. This is it. This is life. This is great. And it took a long time to get here, but I'm here. And I think that everyone else out there can experience this too. And I want you to experience this. So I want you to know that don't dwell on the negative. Don't dwell on those awful things that are happening right now. They're going to happen. In life, they're unavoidable, but you will bounce back. Just stick in there, all right?
It's the advice. I can tell he means well, but at the same time, it's just poor advice. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And men especially are bad at asking for help. Just, and if you look at the fucking data, men are notorious for not being able to ask for fucking help. If they feel like they fucking need somebody to talk to, whatever, about whatever's going on in their fucking mind. There's never any shame in asking someone for help if you need fucking help. Like, it's just, it feels like, I've felt sad sometimes, so I know exactly what you're all going through. Nah. Like, that's like me trying to fucking understand what depression's like. I've been sad many times in my life, okay? I've had times in my life where I may have actually gone through some sort of mild depression, but there's genuinely people out there that suffer proper actual depression where it's like, I cannot move today because this is such overwhelming, like this crippling thing in my head. And I have friends and family members that fucking literally are diagnosed with depression that fucking need help to get through life and all that shit, you know what I mean? It's a bit irresponsible for just to kind of say, wait it out, you'll be fucking fine. Jesus Christ. I had a Christmas years and years ago. I was in between jobs, okay? So there was one Christmas for me where I was unemployed, so I was on a job centre. I was on the dole. They call it being on the dole, you know what I mean? Where you're scrounging off fucking benefits while you're looking for work, because obviously you still need some sort of fucking, you still need a little bit of fucking money while you're trying to fucking get a job, you know what I mean? So you're on benefits, you just basically, but I was trying my best to get a job, couldn't fucking get a job, you know what I mean? I kept trying to get interviews, kept getting knocked back. So this come Christmas time, this is like 4 weeks before Christmas, okay? Something like that anyway. I did my usual thing. I went down to the job centre to sign on. They call it signing on to the job centre, just to prove, here's your little job diary, here's all the interviews I went for, everything else. And 1 week they told me that I hadn't turned up for my signing on, even though I know I had. And I know for a fact myself, I had turned up and got I done my little session. On their system, they said I hadn't turned up. And it's one of those fucking things which confused the crap out of me. And what did that mean for me? It meant my benefits got cancelled for an entire month. I didn't have any money for myself, I didn't have any money to give to my mother, and this is Christmas time coming up. So literally, the time of year you can need money, especially just to fucking, for Christmas, and I had fucking nothing. Like, they froze my benefits for like a fucking month or something because of this fucking thing. It wasn't even my fault, but still, there's nothing I could do about it. We had to go to a food bank and a church. You know what I mean? It's one of those things I was getting that fucking desperate. We had to go to a fucking food bank and a church. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's one of those things where you feel bad for it, you know what I mean? Because you know other people, food banks are for people, you never think to yourself that you'll need that yourself, you know? But that was a rough Christmas, basically. Just having to like watch the fucking pennies, whatever, just because I didn't have anything. Like, everything was fucking frozen, whatever. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's just. But yeah, it's one of those things where. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, though, the Christmas. I mean, it was still an okay Christmas in the grand scheme of things because you're with family and all that shit. You know what I mean? But it's like. Phil's pretending that money is the fucking thing to solve all of life's problems. If you're rich this Christmas and you don't have anything to fucking worry about, this is a dangerous message to convey to your audience that money equals happiness. Now, does it help with fucking life? Absolutely. But will it fucking make you happy? I don't think so. Not in the grand scheme of things. How many times have you heard about lottery winners having their lives fucking ruined because they won the lottery, because they had a lot of fucking money all of a sudden, and because it just went, their lives turned to fucking shit because of that? It's just, I don't know, it's such a weird message for Phil. I mean, I'm sure he means well, but this is just weird and irresponsible.
Know that everyone out there, if they don't understand what you're going through, that's on them. Because maybe they've never been through it. Maybe their low lows are coming, and then the harsh reality is going to smack them in the face one day, and then they'll realize what you're going through, and maybe they'll feel a little bit bad about how they're treating you right now, right? But yeah, just know, I know exactly what's going on. I do. I've been there, and I wish you all the best, even if you're not having the best holiday season. If you're going through some bad stuff right now, things will get better eventually, all right? And another thing that I would say too, and I know this is going to be really tough, try not to let what's going on right now tarnish the holiday season forever, because I know how easy it is to associate a negative with a certain date or a certain time of year, and this is a time of year when, in general, most people are feeling jolly and happy and jovial, and man, it would suck if this time of year becomes the opposite for you because something is going bad now. Know that things...
I mean, I can fucking relate to that, to be fair, you know what I mean, because I'll say my old man passed away 14th December, you know, like 5 years ago. So it was a very weird time to see everyone being so fucking happy for Christmas, and I'm like mourning my father's fucking loss, and we had a funeral straight after Christmas as well, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was very... So yeah, I let myself have one day, essentially. The 14th for me is a day where I will kind of forget about Christmas and remember my old man, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of those things where... But Phil's pretended to be some sort of authority in this fucking issue. Phil has never suffered depression. He has never gone through fucking depression. He's been a sad boy sometimes because I couldn't get a game he wanted, or I didn't get a Wolverine toy I fucking wanted. But he's never genuinely suffered depression. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think I've properly gone through it either. I mean, I might have gone through it when my old man passed away. I was never diagnosed with it, put it that way. I've never been diagnosed with it, so I'm not sure what I went through, but it did fucking floor me for a while, put it that way. But yeah, Phil, you don't understand what people are going through. By all means, try and empathise with them, but don't pretend you fucking understand. Don't pretend you know what it's fucking like.
Are not forever. Things are not absolute. Things can change and improve, and I wish you the best, and I hope that they do for you. Okay? All right. And that's what I had to start the show with today because, you know, some stuff going on, and I felt like I would throw that out there, and I hope that all of you are having a happy and holiday season. Today, again, is Wednesday, the 20th of December, 2023, and today is a full day of gameplay streaming here on DSP Gaming. It is essentially the last consecutive streaming day of the week, but we are heading right into my holiday week of special stuff, and we're going to talk about that this morning. I'm excited because you guys are voting on games and stuff for that event, which is really cool. I got some improvements to some of the stuff that I've been doing. My schedule has been upgraded and looks a little bit better, a little bit more organized now. I'm curious what your feedback is, if any of you even noticed last night, because I actually don't know how many people check my schedule every night. It sure would be great if people would, but I don't know if people are aware of that. So we'll talk about a few...
Fuck you and your shitey fucking schedule. Also, you've been repeating the same point constantly.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Also, you just said schedule.
Burger.
There we go.
These things this morning, okay? Okay, so let's get started at the place best suited to start at the beginning. Let's talk about yesterday, because yesterday was a full day of fun gameplay, and it was a very chill day. Well, I guess except for the podcast, because we had to talk about the Insomniac Games leaks, which were very unfortunate, very sad, very messed up. If you want to know what I'm talking about, check out yesterday's podcast. We covered it in detail. And then we jumped into gameplay. First stream yesterday was RoboCop Rogue City, where we had tons of progress, and at this point, I can definitely tell we're nearing the end of the game, because my god, my build of RoboCop is so good. I mean, just in any game, this build would be good. First of all, when you're not getting attacked, he regenerates up to 75% of his health bar automatically. I don't even need healing items. He just gets his health back. Okay? His gun doesn't ever need to reload, is armor piercing, and fires really powerfully and fast. So basically, his handgun is better than every other gun in the game that you can find. And now I can endlessly shoot people in the balls, and I wish that was a joke, but at this point in the game, that's what you should do, because a lot of the enemies are armored. So all you gotta do is shoot them directly into the testicular sac, and it just downs everyone within a few shots. Even the big, tougher, meatier guys just go right down. I mean, yeah, if you shoot anyone in the nuts, it probably would put them down in a second anyway, but you see my point. So, he's ridiculously powerful, and we've been doing some fun advancement of the plot. And at this point, I think we're near the end of the game. Like, I would think we're 17 hours in, and people have told me that essentially this game is around 20 hours long if you do everything. I've tried to do everything, but I know we've missed out on a few things, because sometimes when you finish a chapter, it'll have, like, your chapter debrief recap, and it'll say, oh, you missed out on this one side quest. I'm like, oh, shoot, I wonder where it was. I missed it, right? But for the most part, I've done everything in the game available. I've had a great time with it, and I'm ready to finish it. I just need to know how much time I need left to complete it, and that's what I don't know. So I need your feedback on this, guys. For anyone who's played RoboCop Rogue City, if you know exactly how much time I need left to finish it, like if it's 2 hours, I'll probably try to do a night stream and wrap it up on a late night stream sometime the next week or two. If it's a daytime stream, well, then I'm going to reserve one daytime stream coming up by the end of the month to finish it, but I need to know exactly how much longer we have so that I can have the right amount of time. So if anyone who's got caught up on that playthrough, it looks like we are currently at 17 parts. If you could give me a shout, whether it's a comment on the video or whether it's a little heads up on one of these podcasts or live streams, I'd appreciate that so I know how to schedule out the ending of the playthrough. But I've loved it. Again, my only real complaints about RoboCop are the graphics. They're not very good. The environments are good, but the character models look terrible. And there's a lot of graphical glitches and bugs with lighting and stuff because they just didn't have the budget to make this a AAA game. It's a shame. If they did, I think this might have been like a major Game of the Year contender for a lot of people. But it just, you can tell, it doesn't have the polish and the money behind it like most other games from AAA studios. They didn't have that power. So, still a great game. Cannot wait to finish it. And then last night, we went back to Like a Dragon Gaiden. And unlike the last, no exaggeration, like 10 plus hours of gameplay that I've done in the game, we did major story last night, over an hour of story development, where we advanced the plot from chapter 3 to like middle of chapter 4. We went from a night to day cycle, which unlocked more side content and allowed us to finally finish up some of the long-running side quests of the game. For example, there's a side quest that's a parody of Dragon Ball that wants you to capture 7 golden balls throughout the the game, and when you get them all, you get a wish granted. Kind of like Shenron. It's all a parody of that. So, excuse me. We were able to wrap up a lot of those lingering playthroughs that have been going on for a while, which was great. So now, when we go back to the game, it's pretty much all story, unless other new side content happens to open up. I think at this point, when we go back to Like a Dragon, we're heading kind of into the end game push to finish the game, which makes sense. I mean, at this point, we're like 23 hours, 25 hours into the game, and what was funny is, when the game was being released, people were reporting, oh, the story's only like 10 hours long. To which I say, well, that's all well and good, but did you look at the other content of the game, right? Like, did you ignore literally all the other stuff in the game? Because if you did, that's kind of foolish. I feel like this game, yes, it is absolutely a filler game. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. It's meant to be a filler game between Like a Dragon, well, Yakuza Like a Dragon, which would be Yakuza 7, and the next one, which is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth that comes out at the end of January. It's definitely an in-between prequel filler game. But it has tons of content that if you're ignoring it just to do the story, you kind of missed the point. What I feel Like a Dragon Gaiden is, this is your last opportunity to give a full game experience to Kazuma Kiryu. Because as we know, the reins are being handed over to Ichiban. Ichiban is the new protagonist of this franchise moving forward. So this is your shot to have fun with Kazuma kind of one last time. If you love Kiryu and you want to do all his silly antics of little mini games and the combat and all the stuff, all the little quirky things he does with the people in Japan, this is your opportunity before he gets his final send-off in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So why wouldn't you want to enjoy the game and do all the content? But again, a lot of these people who review these games don't look at it that way. Instead, they just try to run through everything fast. Oh, it's a 9-hour game. Sure it is. Yes, if you miss the point of the game entirely, if you're an idiot who rushes through to get a deadline for a review, and you didn't play, 3/4 of the game, it's a 9-hour game. You're right. But for me, I'm 25 hours in. I'm absolutely having so much fun with it, and I cannot wait to see how it ends. So when we jump back into it, we're getting into endgame stuff, and I would guess we're probably going to beat it by around the 30th hour, so probably 2-3 more streams tops, we're going to wrap it up, I think. Again, I don't know if there's any last-minute side content that opens, but we've definitely enjoyed ourselves, okay? So, good stuff there. Yesterday, a chill day, full day of gameplay streaming. Today, completely different style of day, that's for sure, with the continuation of Baldur's Gate 3 here on the first stream. Last time around when we played on Monday, we made some really interesting progress exploring all the environments around the major settlement we had arrived at, and finding some optional fights that were quite challenging, doing some exploring and looting and stuff that was really fun. And today we're going to continue to head northward, north from where we were, and exploring further. A lot of people are yelling at me now. This is funny.
Oh, here we go. This is a continuation from the daily crap.
A lot of people are yelling at me saying, you got to do a long rest. Why didn't you do a long rest? Don't be afraid to do a long rest. And I'm like, well, because when I was playing, people were telling me that long rests are dependent on having enough resources to do those long rests. And that's based on like how much food and stuff you find, which I found a decent amount of, but I wouldn't say I found too much. So for me, I want to be apprehensive about doing these long rests. I don't want to just constantly be doing them, and next thing you know, I blow through all my resources, and then later when I actually need one, I can't do one. Now, admittedly, I think it's time for a long rest because I have like no spells left. Like all my good spells I haven't had in a while, right? I didn't even have my best area of effect spell I didn't have for the Harpy fight, which is what I really would have used to destroy them. If I had it, I would have blown through it, right? So I think, that's the first thing we should probably do is probably let's do a long rest, and then continue north and see what else we've got up there and get to other plot points. Again, as long as you guys show up and you engage with me during this playthrough, you help me out to understand
And give me lots of fucking money.
the lore, to understand the gameplay mechanics that I'm not getting, to make this an interactive and fun experience rather than a game I'm trying to play for myself and not getting. Again, instead of it being like Dark Souls 1, my first run, where I didn't get the game, I got frustrated and I quit it, I'd much rather have it be a fun, interactive experience with all of you. Now, I have an update, and I have something to say about this.
Here we go. Now is a continuation of fucking last night's daily crap.
Talked about it very briefly in last night's Daily Wrap, but in case you missed it.
Precious guys, I mean, you may want to fucking take a breather for this next segment. Phil, we're going to see a lot of smug mode from Phil here.
Boom. Member bomb.
Oh,
My
wow.
biggest fans are idiots.
Thank you very much to Sokodef Penny for gifting 10 memberships to the channel. Congratulations to a guy with long hair, Cal V1N, Moxie, Zach Priest, Sclerotic, the Jeffrey Epstein Files, that's a fucking controversial one, Chris Sizemore, who else do we have? Chris Sizemore's the last one, Daniel Hensley, ADS, and Colin Grant. Those 10 have become members to the channel thanks to Sokodef Penny gifting 10 memberships to, so there you go. That's an unexpected little membership gift in there. I'll need to remember to add those names at the very end. I'll need to remember to add those names. Oh, hopefully I won't forget. I will try and do it during the bingo just to make sure. But yeah, thank you very much, Sokodef Penny. Is that the best way to say a name? I don't know. It's such a bit of a long kind of name, and hopefully I'm not butchering it or just misreading it. But yeah, thank you very much for gifting those memberships. Very kind of you. Ah, come on, YouTube. Seriously? YouTube? How about I go back like 5 seconds? YouTube? Hello? Damn. Hold on, give me a second here. YouTube being YouTube. I'm just gonna, did the autos work? The autos are frozen in place as well. The autos are all frozen in place, so there we go. At least the autos are fine. Ah, that's so goddamn cute. Okay, let's see if Phil's back to normal. Okay, Phil should be back to normal, hopefully.
To say about this. I talked about it very briefly in last night's Daily Wrap.
For fuck's sake. I thought Phil was back to normal, but maybe not. How far are we behind live DSP now? But it's fucking 7 minutes. I'm going to refresh the fucking thing, hold on.
Negative memes and shit on the internet.
Shut
but
up, Phil. But 7 minutes behind. Jesus Christ, man. Out of the fucking blue, it's just being an absolute bastard YouTube. It was fine before. And then out of nowhere, just bleh. I have a solution. Close his browser. It's going to be relaunch a fucking browser. It's just, the best thing to do is just update the whole bloody thing. He's a second tier, won't be too long, and then we'll be back. DSP Gaming, give me a second tier. Over there.
But
Shut up, bitch. Not finished, so I'll just be safe, I'll be like 8 minutes behind. Right. I was saying stream from my iPhone. I don't have an iPhone. Right, that should be it now, hopefully. Hopefully that should be it. We just give it a few fucking seconds. Right, come on, YouTube, stop being a bastard. Ah, for fuck's sake, I'm going to spam my soundboard until it fucking starts, until YouTube starts working again. What do we have?
Nice shirt, 25 cents.
There we go. Oh, YouTube went black. Hold on. Fuck's sake, man. This is insane. Everything else works okay, but it's Phil's stream just died a death. 400 viewers for Phil, apparently. Not meant to be one of them, but I can't fucking view the fucking thing.
because they get personal gain out of it, whether they make content or they do streaming, whatever it is.
We need to rewind it because that's not where I left off. For fuck's sake, YouTube, man, stop being an absolute pain. Ah, for fuck's sake. It should play normally very soon.
Yes! Get on with it!
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest.
Come on, fuck YouTube, just start playing the film. Oh my god. This is so infuriating.
All over my PlayStation 4 controller.
This is like the most annoying fucking thing in the world right fucking now.
Exploding in the stream chat. People who, oh, they pretend like they support me, they pretend like they're positive, and they're not. They're shitheads. They sit here and they sneak this and they say underhanded things. They try to literally bring up.
Like, oh, that's right. So hold on. I'll refresh the page again.
Drama shit every day. They do it on purpose. They claim.
Shut up, Phil. Then I'll rewind like fucking 14 minutes.
It just gets to the point where it's so frustrating.
So I went and pressed on the timeline 14 minutes back, and the thing fucks over. It's just like it doesn't want to rewind 14 minutes in the fucking past. It'll start playing like straight away on live, but it doesn't want to fucking rewind back 14 fucking minutes. It goes, no, fuck that shit. It breaks me. Even though that's the whole point of fucking YouTube live streaming. You can fucking go back and watch things you fucking missed. It doesn't want to fucking let you fucking do it. Yeah, I'm going to go to 144p just to make myself feel better. Right. So.
We're getting into endgame stuff, and I would guess we're probably going to beat it by around the 30th hour, so probably 2-3 more streams tops. We're going to wrap it up, I think. Again, I don't know if there's any last-minute side content that opens, but we've definitely enjoyed ourselves, okay?
I think we're okay now. I think we're getting there.
So, good stuff there. Yesterday, a chill day, full day of gameplay streaming. Today,
maybe not. Maybe not. It doesn't seem to like this. I don't know. I got no idea. I got nothing. Maybe I'll just fucking keep it on 144p. Fuck me, man. This is so infuriating.
I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking late. Completely different style of day, that's for sure. With the continuation of Baldur's Gate 3 here on the first stream. Last time around when we played on Monday, we made some really interesting progress exploring all the environments around the major settlement we had arrived at, and finding some optional fights that were quite challenging.
I'm leaving on this call for now.
And looting and stuff that was really.
And it's still fucking freaks. Give me a break. Oh my god, what the hell's going on? I'm on 144p and YouTube's still saying no to me. What am I supposed to fucking do about that? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely stupid. Are you gonna fucking play? Are you gonna fucking play? Are you gonna fucking play? Are you gonna just fucking keep, you know, breaking my goddamn balls about this one? What the fuck is going on with YouTube right now? Like, I'm not touching a thing right now. I'm waiting for YouTube just to fucking sort itself out. I'm not pressing enough goddamn button right now. I'm just waiting for YouTube to decide whether it wants to fucking do the one fucking thing it's meant to do. Play fucking videos. Anytime you want to start playing YouTube. Anytime at all.
Really fun. And today we're going to continue to head northward. Yeah, north from where...
It played for fucking like 2 seconds. And it's like, nah. Oh, jeez. And as far as I'm aware, it's not mentioning it in terms of like, you know,
we were and exploring further. A lot of people are yelling at me now. This is funny. A lot of people are yelling at me saying, you got to do a long rest. Why didn't you do a long rest? Don't be afraid to do a long rest. And I'm like, well, because when I was playing, people were telling me that long rests are dependent on having enough...
I think we're okay. Maybe.
Having enough resources.
Nah, maybe not. Fuck me, man.
Is to do those long rests. Well, and that's based on like how much food and stuff you find, which I found a decent amount of, but I wouldn't say I found too much.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
So for me, I want to be apprehensive about doing these long rests. I don't want to just constantly be doing them. The next thing you know, I blow through all my resources, and then later when I actually need one, I can't do one. Now, admittedly, I think it's time for a long rest because I have like no spells left. Like all my good spells I haven't had in a while, right?
Fuck me, man. This is infuriating.
even have my best area of effect spell.
And like, I'm pretty sure everything else will be fine. Like, if I go into like Meerkat stream,
They think, they literally want to believe that me, Phil Burnell, DSP of 2023, is the same as DSP of 2011. The guy who literally couldn't play Dark Souls, raged, walk off cliffs, got to Blighttown, and rage quit the game.
Meerkat streams perfect. I know Meerkat streams in 144p as well, but it's playing perfectly well for me. Like, Meerkat stream is perfectly good for me there. Like, I just ignore it being 144p. It was perfectly normal. It played straight away. It's perfectly fine. Phil should be playing normally.
Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban.
Ah, it's so weird. It's like Phil's channel's trying to stop me from fucking doing bingo. I don't know, it's bizarre. Like, if I go to, if I open the autos, we have autos on screen.
I didn't have for the Harpy fight, which is what I really would have used to destroy them. If I had, I would have blown through it, right? So, I think.
You don't think. Nah, Jesus me. Shadow, give us a second, guys. Give us a second. See. Right, one more fucking time. One more fucking time. Give us a second here. Bear with me here. And hold on. Disaster stream. Absolute disaster stream. What the fuck's going on? Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This is kind of strange, actually. Went back into YouTube, and YouTube isn't... It's a bit fucking strange, YouTube, for me right now. Hold on, give me a second here.
Relaxing day.
Shut up, Phil. Nobody cares. Let's go back to team. Hold on, give me a second here.
They're gonna do something nice, right? So if you say you're gonna do something nice, then do it. And if you don't, you're banned.
Right, hold on a second to do this, and of course I have to do a thing where I rewind 20 minutes and it breaks. YouTube just fucking breaks its fucking neck trying to rewind 20 goddamn fucking minutes back on a stream. Actually, mate, hold on, let me try raw Phil instead. Like, instead of the fucking source of like DSP, let's try raw fucking Phil. And we'll rewind that bugger back 20 minutes and see how fucking well that behaves itself. Like, we're on like raw Phil right now. And I tried to rewind that with 20 fucking minutes or so. Oops, give me a second, sorry. Goodness me, Probert's trying to... I seen the message Probert sent me on a Discord there, trying to tell me a couple of options, you know, until you reset the stream. I mean, we'll see if we can get it fixed, you know, we'll get it in a couple of minutes or so. And we'll see if it wants to behave itself.
Quite frankly, those people who make that shit up should be sued. They should be sued into oblivion. But I'm not a rich man, and I don't have the means to do it. You know,
But
some of that stuff out there has been insane.
yeah, this is
messed up. The things they said about me and my
this is
family.
so infuriating right now.
They have absolutely no factual corroboration for any of it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sums up. That sums up my fucking mood right now. It's just fucking angry bird noise. Come on.
Definitely an in-between prequel filler game. But it has tons of content that if you're ignoring it just to do the story.
Nah, it doesn't want to play normally.
Yes, that's true.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna try a couple of wee things. I'm gonna put the BRB screen on. I'm gonna try a couple of things to try and sort this out. Give me a 5 minutes, guys. Give me 5 minutes. Alright, we are back. Hopefully, guys, I think everything's okay now. I think we're all good now. So let's just crack on with things. We're at 1.5 speed. Am I right where we left off before? I went doing a little test there before. It seems to be playing smoothly now. So there we go. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully all is good. So sorry for that delay, guys, but I think we're all good now. Let's crack on with a bingo, and let's see if we can get a full house today.
I have an update, and I have something to say about this. I talked about it very briefly in last night's Daily Wrap, but in case you missed it, I'm having a pretty good laugh right now, all right? Admittedly. And here's why, okay? For those who don't know, I have a group of people on this internet who hate my guts because they're morons. It's not because they have valid reasons to not like me. It's because they just listen to people who like to crap on me because they get personal gain out of it. Whether they make content or they do streaming, whatever it is. Being toxic on the internet is very profitable and popular today. It's also very harmful and very messed up that you would do it. But these people just decide to do it because they're incredibly greedy and immoral and scumbags. Okay? It's the easy way to be popular on the internet instead of actually having to do something of worth or quality and work hard. Instead, you take the easy way out and you just crap on people. Okay? So these people are upset right now. And let me tell you why they're upset. It's pretty funny, all right? So as you guys know, when Baldur's Gate 3 came out in August, I did not play it. I told you guys I didn't think it was going to fit into my streaming format. At that point, with all the new releases that were going to be coming out over the fall, I didn't feel like a game like this made any sense to play at that point. But I told you guys that maybe eventually when it was ported to console, which it was in September, I would look into it. And all over the course of September, October, November, everyone's saying, are you going to play Baldur's Gate? Are you going to play Baldur's Gate? Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate. And every time you guys asked, I said, guys, can't do it yet. We don't have time. If we started it now, no one will be satisfied because we've got so many other games going on that we got to finish first. We know that Baldur's Gate is a 100+ hour experience. It doesn't make sense to jump into Baldur's Gate now. You guys won't be satisfied if I play it once or twice a week. You want to see a good amount of progress every week. We got to stay in the lore of this universe. We got to stay engaged, right? So let's wait till it makes sense, and then we'll talk about, you know, when we're going to do it. Okay, great. And that's exactly what we've done. Now, what ended up happening was, of course, hype keeps building. The game gets nominated for Game of the Year and a million other awards. The game wins Game of the Year and a million other awards at the Game Awards. So the hype goes sky high. And it just so happens that during this time period, I finish a ton of other games. And we're to the point now where there are no other major new releases this year except for Avatar. And so we're sitting here trying to determine what we're going to do. Should I play Avatar? Should I not? What should I do? And we come to the conclusion, people want to see Baldur's Gate 3 no matter what. So people start nominating this game in droves for the Christmas marathon. And I'm like, oh, how is Baldur's Gate 3 going to work for a Christmas marathon when potentially I'm only going to be playing it for like an hour? We probably won't even get out of the character creator, right? So I'm like, man, this is not going to work. So finally, all things considered, we're all talking about this. We say, let's just play it. Now makes sense because we can play for about a month before big new releases start coming out in January, and we get a big chunk into the game. You know, if I'm playing it roughly 9 hours a week, we could get potentially 40+ hours into this game before it kind of has to go on a little bit of a back burner for me to play other hot new releases, okay? So that's how we've been approaching it, and so far we're 12 hours in, really enjoying the game, playing it 3 more today, 9 more hours next week, even with my holiday marathon on Saturday and the Christmas Eve special on Sunday and no streaming on Monday. I'm still playing Baldur's Gate 3 times next week because you guys like it so much and because I'm really enjoying this experience we're having together, okay? So,
plus, people are tipping very well for a game, so Phil's going to milk that bad boy for all it's worth.
What is the point, says King Be Cruel? Well, if you had some patience, King Be Cruel, maybe you would learn. Maybe if you could be quiet for a second so I can finish my story. Instead of whining in the chat, if you could be quiet for a moment.
No, you're whining on your podcast like some sort of strange. Is it even worth bragging about? In fact, where is the evidence that all the detractors are very upset that Phil's making a bank of money from Baldur's Gate 3? Because we make fun of Phil's dentheads for throwing money at him for that. We made fun of fucking Emo for Elden Ring fucking money whaling, and for example, I don't know. Was it some one random post on Reddit or somewhere? Is that what it fucking was?
And listen to me speak on my podcast, you would understand where I'm going with this, okay? So I'm being silly. I'm just joking. Don't take it seriously. Okay, so why I'm bringing all this up is because recently I started to notice a lot of people are getting bothered by the fact that I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I'm enjoying it with my audience and we're having a good time and the playthrough is not a train wreck disaster. Yes, people are genuinely upset that I'm having a good time with this game and it's doing well. They don't like
sources. Cite a source, Phil. Please cite one source.
Like that. I'm getting comments on videos. I'm getting emails about it. Oh, how dare you play Baldur's Gate 3 and have a good time with your audience. So now, of course, it becomes, oh, your audience just handhold you every single possible moment, right? It's like, well, if you watch the playthrough, you'd see I've never played D&D before of any kind. I've never played this style of game. It makes sense to have that level of engagement with the audience. That's what's making the playthrough good. You guys get to see my genuine first-time reactions to this game that I don't really understand, and I get to be immersed in lore and gameplay elements and a new atmosphere that I've never seen before. It works both directions, right? Again, if I were just sitting here playing the game for myself, I would not be enjoying it. I want you to understand that. It is this interaction that we're having that is the reason why this playthrough is so good right now. And as long as we keep that going, this playthrough will be a lengthy, enjoyable, awesome game. But if people get bored, or if I get bored and we get disengaged with the game or each other, yeah, that's when it's going to kind of fall apart. And that's happened with other game playthroughs before. But let me tell you, seriously, right now, these people are really upset. There are, like I said, they just can't take the fact that something that I'm doing is going well. At any moment in my life, if something goes well, they hate it. When I come to my stream and I say, wow, I had a great morning, oh my God, they get really upset. As petty as that is, as weird as that is, that's how some people are on this planet. There's people who literally only live to see others suffer. And when that suffering stops, or if it's going the other way, they can't stand it. And that's what's happening right now with this playthrough. Like, some of these people are so dumb, they don't realize that, like, when they come on the playthrough and they try to, like, leave insanely negative comments about that, no one's going to see them. Right? They're that dumb. They'll come and write, like, a giant paragraph on part 1 of Baldur. This playthrough will suck because Phil will just have his hand held the entire playthrough. He's not playing the game for himself, and he's only playing it because he's making money, and it's absolutely hilarious. It couldn't be any less true if you just watch the playthrough. You totally see what they're saying is false, but they want to try to shit on your Wheaties. You get it? Like, that's what it is. They want to ruin a good experience that others are having. There's so many people that are sad, little miserable balls of hate on the internet that they can't get away from themselves being like that and trying to just dump on everything. And I think a lot of people were actually anticipating that this playthrough was going to suck. They thought that I was not going to like it, I was going to suck at it, you guys were going to hate me playing it because you would think that I wasn't going to get it and that it was going to be like me beating my head against the wall and everyone just being frustrated, like, oh, but it hasn't been like that, right? Yes, I am trying to learn. And yes, it's tough. I'll admittedly, again, say it again, we're 12 hours in. I still feel like every time I play this game, I'm getting an education. Every time you're teaching me new things about the game I don't understand. It's very complex. There's lots of levels here to understand, of gameplay elements, of lore, and all this stuff. So it is tough. It's like I'm absorbing so much information every single time that we play Baldur's Gate 3. But because it's a successful, fun, engaged experience with the audience, that's why it's working, and that's why it's been such a great experience, right? And people can't stand that. They literally want to believe that me, Phil Burnell, DSP of 2023, is the same as DSP of 2011. The guy who literally couldn't play Dark Souls, raged, walk off cliffs, got to Blight Town, and rage quit the game. They want to believe that because that pushes their toxic narrative and continues with their negative memes and shit on the internet, but it's completely false. There's nothing to justify what they're saying. But they say it anyway, and they're upset when something actually comes out as concrete evidence that what they're saying is wrong. So every moment that this playthrough exists, succeeds, is positive, and we're having a great time together with it, they're upset. Now, I can't fix that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't fix these broken people. I wish I could. I wish there was some magic word I could say to make them all feel better about life so that they would not feel miserable now because the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough is a good success right now. Like, I wish there was something I could do to make these people feel better about their own lives so they would stop caring so much about mine. But sadly, I don't know how to do that. I can't really reach out to every single one of these thousands of miserable wretches and try to make their lives each better individually. I'm not a real life Santa Claus. I can't do that. Maybe if this was some kind of a Hallmark Christmas movie, I'd have some dust and I go on my stream and all of a sudden their lives are, oh, their hearts grew 3 sizes and now they all feel better about the holiday season and then stop caring about my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. But I guess there's no way I can really do that. You know what I mean? So, I just want you to understand that how appreciative I am. Because for every person out there who's positive and having fun with me every day and enjoying my content and my streams, understand that there's these weird, miserable people who are just, they're always rooting against everything, right? They want everything to go wrong. They want everything to fail. They want everything to just think about that. It's the holiday season. Christmas is in less than a week. And they're sitting on my streams and on my videos, typing out paragraphs of nasty comments no one will ever see to say, I don't like you and I hope everything fails for you. What kind of a person would do that? I mean, don't you feel bad? You would think, oh, don't you get upset? No, I don't get upset anymore. I used to. Back in the day, I would see that behavior and I'd be like, what?
You literally have the fucking cope session on your podcast right now, so clearly it has gotten to you. And guys, I've said this so many fucking times before. Phil is his own worst detractor. It doesn't matter if Phil gets given today $10, $100, or $1,000. But at the end of the fucking day, that money is all fucking gone. And the next day, we'll see the fucking same cycle repeat itself. The next fucking days on stream, whatever, you'll see the fucking same thing happen again. Guys, I need money to pay my bills. The previous day's income does not matter. Because anything Phil gets, he spends. Same old shit repeats saying over again, day after day after day after day. So yeah, it is inconsequential how much money is thrown at Phil, because he blows through it all in the most stupidest fucking shit possible. And then right, the very next fucking day, he'll be back on stream, begging for more.
I'm upset. I'm not upset anymore. I feel sad that there's so many people on this planet that have nothing going for them, that this is their existence. I also feel sad that they get wrapped up into this toxicity and negativity, especially this time of year. People are still telling me, and again, I don't know because I don't pay attention to it, but every day people, did you know that someone's talking about you right now on their stream negatively? Did you know that someone's doing this stream and it's all toxic stuff about you and your family members and this and that? Did you hear on this podcast they did it? No. I don't care. It's the holiday season. I'm here to make fun gameplay with you guys and be positive. Can you imagine being a toxic, negative person Christmas week? I can't, but that's these people. This is their whole life in existence.
It's a great fucking point there by Q-Lump. So Phil started the stream, remember, with some mental health segment, saying, guys, if you're feeling down, don't worry, just give it time. Phil has gone from trying his best to be... He was trying to be wholesome when he started the stream, by saying, guys, don't worry, things will get a bit better with time, you're down, don't worry. And now he's here wishing death on detractors, not a shit, you know what I mean? Wishing we'd all just fucking die. It's like, what the fuck, Phil?
They claim it's lolcowing is milking people. You're not milking me. You're milking miserable people on the internet. You're creating more misery, a cycle of misery for personal gain. Anyone who makes that kind of content should be fucking ashamed, demonetized, and in my opinion, banned from YouTube. They shouldn't exist. That's the worst kind of content, especially for this kind of year. And these people are all focused.
Phil, Bingo is more wholesome than what you're doing. Bingo is one of the most goddamn wholesome things to exist in the world. Bingo brings everyone together. It's a very wholesome, family-orientated thing that the whole family can enjoy.
On it. That's what I mean. Why the hell would anyone be like that this time of year? That's insanity. You know, that's absolute nuttiness to think that that's something you should be doing Christmas week. But that's the reality of life right now on Earth, is that you have how many hundreds, if not millions, hundreds of thousands to millions of people on this planet that are just plain miserable. And no one cares about them. And they just leave them. What happens is people abuse them. People are making this kind of predatory content to hone in and sucker those people into feeling good about misery. That should never happen. You should never feel good about misery, ever in your life. You know? That's why it's called misery, because it's supposed to make people miserable, not happy. If you think that someone being miserable makes you happy, you need to go seek some kind of mental readjustment with a professional or a counselor. You really should. You shouldn't be sitting on the internet dwelling in misery at Christmas week. That's really messed up. People sitting here, man, I just can't wait for the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough to go sour. What the hell is wrong with you? You're nuts. You need help. Really, you should actively stop whatever you're doing and go to see someone who can maybe help you and readjust your brain to have a better life, a productive, positive life. You shouldn't be dwelling on that stuff. You know, and it really makes me sad to know how many people there are like this, okay? So, truth is, I'm having a great time. I cannot wait for more Baldur's Gate 3 today. I know we're going to have a great stream. I hope you guys, again, will stick around. And I certainly feel that you guys will, you know, continue to enjoy the playthrough as much as I have, I hope. And, you know, again, as long as we keep up the level of engagement and consistent interaction and you helping me with the stuff I don't understand and giving me advice on things I should do. And again, that doesn't mean hand-holding every moment. That doesn't mean, oh, this is a fight. Here's exactly how to win it in 2 turns. No. I want to figure it out for myself. But if I ask questions, hey, is this spell working how I think it works? What's a good spell to pick when I level up? You know, am I missing out on anything important or essential in this area? Because I swear I searched the area, but maybe I missed a little. You know what I mean? Those are just genuine questions and things to make the gameplay experience more enjoyable rather than me just guessing for myself and flubbing it and doing things wrong and missing out on stuff. You know, I want to have a good time. I'm not going to be going back and playing Baldur's Gate 3 10 times. I'm going to play it once. So I want this one time to be a great, enjoyable experience, okay? So, thank you to those who are here, who are positive, who are having a good time. And thank you to those who are consistently supporting Baldur's Gate 3. That's very nice of you. You know, it's a lengthy RPG. And a lot of the times when I play RPGs, they don't get a lot of support. Namely, I'm going to take a look at Like a Dragon that we're playing right now. There's some nights where there's like none. And that's okay because it balances out with everything else. But it's nice to know that there's enough of an audience for this game and people who want me to experience a real D&D experience that you will support it. I really appreciate that. All right, so thank you so very much for that. Really looking forward to today's stream. Okay? Later tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's more Modern Warfare 3. Now, what are we doing in Modern Warfare 3? That's up to you. Because we're going to do a poll, and it's going to either be, do you want me to do another session of Warzone for a couple of hours, or would you like to see me do more multiplayer, where I try to, you know, really master these Akimbo Renettis and or level up another weapon? I'm okay with either. Either way, I feel like there's positives and negatives. Like when I'm doing Warzone, all right, it's very fun if I can get down to like top 20, and now it starts to get the sweats, and now can I survive, and, you know, how do I hang out and do that? That's really good. At the same time with Warzone, there's a lot of boredom parts, you know, just the initial drop and looting for freaking 15 minutes and running around an empty map for a lot of the time. It's just not that entertaining, right? Admittedly, it gets really boring in that regard. Now with previous Battle Royale games, that was my time when I would interact with you guys. We would have conversation and whatever while I was doing the early stuff. But I only played this Warzone, 2 sessions? So I don't know the map well enough really to do that. Like I still have to be like hyper concentrated on where I'm going, what I'm looting and things. So because of that, I haven't really had that level of interactivity with you as I've had during other Battle Royale games. So I guess we'll see. Again, it's up to you. Really, whatever you guys feel like. We'll do a live poll tonight. I boot up that stream and you guys vote and that'll determine what we do. Okay? Now I'm off from streaming tomorrow. And I'm really, really hoping to have a relaxing day. Even though I do have some errands I need to run. I have to go grocery shopping, and this includes the food and stuff that I need for our Christmas dinner. I gotta go to the liquor store to get some liquor for for Saturday's Christmas marathon and stuff like that. But I'm hoping outside of running these errands, which probably is gonna have a lot of traffic, I'll be able to spend a lot of time at home with my family. I really want to just relax with Kat tomorrow and maybe watch some stuff, have a drink or something, you know, order some food, just have a good, relaxing day. That's the goal for tomorrow. And I hope that that's what we get. We need it because the last couple of weeks that we've had a day off, the days off have been insanely hectic. Going out and having to be out the whole day, running around multiple appointments, catching up on stuff that we're backed up on from this season, you know, with being sick in October and everything set us back and missing out on stuff and trying to catch up on all that. So now, I'm hoping for a more relaxing day. Really, I am. And I don't know how it's going to go. I guess we'll see. All right, but I'm hoping for the best. And so tomorrow, I'm not going to be here. But I wish you a safe day. I hope that you'll get caught up on all the stuff maybe you didn't watch over the week. Maybe you'll get caught up on Baldur's Gate. Maybe you get caught up on RoboCop or Like a Dragon or some of my multiplayer stuff with Street Fighter or Modern Warfare. Maybe you want to watch some of my React content, right? When I come back on Friday, It's going to be more Baldur's Gate 3, and it's going to be Friday Night Fights. I'm actually going to go back and use Blanca again in Street Fighter 6 for the first time in months. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. Was my best character at one point. At this point, I probably think Dalsim I'm better with, but I feel like I can get back into the groove with Blanca and get the cobwebs shaken off, get the dust off, the rust off, and have a good night playing Blanca in Street Fighter 6 on Friday. Saturday is the big Christmas marathon, all right? So on Saturday, it is my annual holiday marathon event. Here is what we're going to be doing. It's pretty exciting. The event will start at the usual time frame. The stream will go on around like 10:45 a.m., but usually content doesn't start till around 11:15 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to have a podcast. We're going to have a gaming schedule update outlining all the games that are coming out in the first quarter or more of next year to know exactly what I'm interested in and what I'll be playing. We're going to be doing games. First of all, the Grinch Christmas Adventures, and then another game that you guys are voting on right now. You can type !Christmas into the chat to bring up the poll, and we'll go over that poll in a bit to give you the results, but please vote on that game. We're playing 2 games during the day, all right? There's going to be a tier maker ranking Christmas movies and specials against each other. There's going to be a festive feasting with Phil event where I order food and we have a live meal together. There's going to be booze. I'm going to be drinking all day, whatever I buy at the liquor store. There's going to be festive attire because I have multiple Christmas sweaters and outfits to wear during the day, and then at the very end of the show, to close, there will be a dessert, a holiday-themed dessert that I'm going to try, and for the very first time, live with all of you. I've never had this holiday dessert before, but it's one that I've heard of, and I'm very curious to try it and see what it's all about. So, great stuff. It's going to be a great event. I'm sure we're going to have a ton of people on the stream all day Saturday. Whether you can come by for 5 minutes, 5 hours, the beginning, the end, the middle, wherever. Just come by and say hello. Say Merry Christmas. Everyone come by and relax with each other, and we'll have a festive, fun time. I'll also be giving out 10 gifted memberships to the channel because YouTube now allows me to do that. They've never done that before, and they just enabled it last week. So I said, what better time to do it than during the Christmas marathon, the season of giving, give out 10 gifted memberships to the channel members, and I'm sure people will likely be generous that day. They're probably going to get more, so great day to come by, okay?
People will likely be generous that day. What a greedy piece of shit. Imagine assuming people are going to have fucking deep fucking pockets, you know? Like, if it happens, it happens, Phil. But don't you dare just assume that people are going to be just fucking randomly fucking, you know, throwing money at you just for the fucking sake of it. Like, it's just unreal. It's typical DSP grade tier.
Then on Sunday the 24th, I will be here only for one stream, and it will be for my React stream over on my YouTube channel, DSP Reacts. It's going to be a Christmas Eve special with most of the videos likely to be themed towards Christmas. So, React show, Christmas themed show. It should be very fun. I hope that you guys will join me for that on Sunday. No late stream on Sunday because I'm going to be celebrating with my family. Same thing goes for Monday. All day on Monday, Christmas Day, I will not be here. I'll be celebrating with my family. I come back on Tuesday, and we're going to have more Baldur's Gate 3. And likely that night we'll either do Like a Dragon Gaiden or we'll do Modern Warfare 3, but it really depends because I need your feedback on RoboCop. If people say, hey, you can beat RoboCop in 2 hours, then I might just do RoboCop that night and wrap up the playthrough. I'm kind of undecided right now what I want to do that night. And then same thing for Wednesday, it'll be more Baldur's Gate 3 and one of these night stream games. So that's the week, okay? And I hope that you guys will join me. It's holiday fun. You know, after that, it's basically going to be a normal week again. And once RoboCop's wrapped up, the question is what's next, right? What's the next thing you guys want to see to balance with Baldur's Gate 3? Now, we're going to have a gaming schedule update during the Christmas event that's going to outline what games are coming out. So that's going to help us to understand the schedule and how much time we actually have to juggle and play stuff before new games hit, right? So I'm curious what we're going to find during that, because that's going to determine, gee, do we have a week, 2 weeks, you know, what kind of a game do we want to stick in there to balance with Baldur's Gate 3, so we're not just playing Baldur's Gate every day, but that we have a good mix of content, right? So I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, I'm sure you guys are going to start brainstorming, but some of the ideas that I had, for example, number one, we could finish up odds and ends, like we could finish up the story mode of Street Fighter 6, right? Maybe, and this is up to you, I don't know if you guys are interested in this, we could go back to Elden Ring. We haven't played that since May, so we go back to Elden Ring and resume that run and, you know, try to do the end game with Magic. There's games like, for example, Sea of Stars won Indie Game of the Year at the Game Awards, and everyone says this game is absolutely outstanding. It's basically the spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger. Well, I haven't played Chrono Trigger now in like 4 months, so it would make sense to maybe play that now. You know, these are just some ideas I'm throwing off the top of my head. This is not committed to anything. This is just some ideas I'm having of things that are kind of odds and ends and things that we can do for a week or two. They're not lengthy projects. Like, arguably with Elden Ring, you know, maybe 2 weeks of playing it on and off, balancing with Baldur's Gate 3, maybe we can beat it, and then that's done until the DLC comes out, right? But this is all up to you, all right? Let's see what you guys are interested in, and let me know if you have ideas. I want to hear your ideas of what you would possibly like to see me do for like 2 to 3 weeks until all the big new releases hit in January. The thing is, I don't know, because again, there might be releases coming out early in January. We don't know until we do the schedule update, okay? Also keep in mind, that first week of January, I'm going to work on my year-end series, which includes my Game of the Year awards, my most disappointing games of the year, countdown, and this year we're doing a new countdown, the best of 2023. It's viewer's choice. You guys are going to nominate and vote on your favorite playthroughs of the year. If you want to participate in this event, by all means, please do. Type !best of 2023 into the chat. That will bring up the link that you can nominate your favorite playthroughs. Now, what's the difference between this and Game of the Year? Game of the Year is basically new games that I think are the best of the year. But this new event, the Viewer's Choice Best Playthrough of 2023, is your picks for the game, that playthrough that I made this year that was the best. And that could include anything. It could include retro throwback games like Chrono Trigger that aren't a new release and definitely is not eligible for Game of the Year. It could include a full multiplayer game like Modern Warfare 3 that obviously also is not going to be nominated for Game of the Year. It could include games I just started playing, right? Like RoboCop or Baldur's Gate 3 that maybe won't make my list but will make yours, see? So that's why this is an interesting event and countdown because it's you, not me. And you guys might have very different opinions from mine on what was the best content I put out this year. So please nominate your favorite playthroughs, and what'll happen is probably that last week of December into early January, we'll turn that into a poll. You'll vote, and that'll be a third year-end series that I'm going to do for you guys, okay? Okay. Outside of everything I just talked about, I don't know really much else, so what I will just do is very briefly remind everyone that I am a crowdfunded individual who does not take on any sponsorships, partnerships, paid promotions, referral codes. I don't heavily advertise anything to you.
No, do I? I mean, I also don't do all these things, Phil.
Basically, what you see is what you get. Honest content. No ads are on the border of this stream blinking and saying click here, because this is me presenting myself to you on the internet, and that's how I want to keep it. An honest relationship between us. Because I'm honest, I can say and do whatever I want. I can say a game sucks, and I can say a game rocks. It doesn't matter what I say, because I'm not going to get dropped by a sponsor, but I'm also going to not get my butt kissed and get sent free stuff either. I'm just like you. I'm a normal guy, able to share.
Oh, Phil, you're playing Baldur Gate 3, which was sent to you free. You're finishing playing Robocop, which was sent to you free. You do get sent free stuff, you dumb son of a bitch.
My honest opinions about stuff on the net, because I haven't put myself into a position where now my opinions will be influenced for personal gain. Okay? So that being said, if you like that style of content and that relationship that we have, that honest relationship, please support it. All right? Because I don't have all of that extra support making that bag from this kind of other sponsored content, it means that I rely on crowdfunding to make ends meet. And for 15 years, you have supported myself and my streams and my content on YouTube, and I really appreciate that. I'm only here because of you. I want you to know that. This has always been a relationship where I make the free content, but you guys support it, and that's how I make my living. And I thank you for that, okay? So, how can you support the streams? You can like the streams, you can leave comments, interact with me, you can like the videos, leave comments on the videos. All that is great engagement that helps the channel. You can become a member today. Tons of benefits to being a member, including emotes, chat crown badge, ignoring slow mode in the stream and talking as much as you want in the chat, getting access to these special events, for example, nominating this game for the Christmas event. That Grinch game is solely because of the members, right? So all these special things. 'Tis the season. Gifted memberships are available. If someone wanted to not only just help out the channel, but the community at large, you can gift memberships to others here live on the stream, and I'm sure they'd be greatly appreciative of that. My goal for the day is to try to get 655 members. We have been teetering at the edge of 650. Some days we go above, some days we're under, then we're above, then we're under. It's ever fluctuating. That's the nature of the beast on YouTube. You never know what's going to happen, because memberships expire, the memberships renew, gifted memberships get tossed out. So today, I hope we can hit 655 members. That would be outstanding if we did. Thanks in advance to anyone who becomes one or gifts one. The other goal for me today is tips, to try to hit the tier 1 tips goal. I try to do this every single stream. We've actually done this every single Baldur's Gate stream, which is amazing. Thank you for that, and I hope you'll continue to support my content, but particularly the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, because it's been great, and I want to keep that rolling, obviously. This is the one major game I'm really playing right now, thanks to you and your support and your interaction, and, you know, thank you, and let's have a great stream with that, okay? All right, so pretty much I've covered everything that I felt like I really wanted to say, and so, at this point, I would probably say let's do some shout-outs. All right, so our first shout out for today is a $5 tip. An anonymous $5 tip. I was gonna say there's no name here. It's an anonymous $5 tip. And he said, hey, I'm actually about to be alone for the holidays. I keep working extra shifts for the holiday, and it keeps my mind off of all this stuff. You know, I don't really have anyone. I don't have a girlfriend or a significant social life or anything. Loneliness is a disease among humans, so please take care. You're right. You're absolutely right. It absolutely is. Again, during this time of year, when a lot of us are so busy. If you say you're busy during Christmas and you're annoyed by it, you shouldn't be. You should be grateful. You know, there was a time in my life when I had a big family, and this time of year was all about going to visit the family and exchanging gifts and doing all that stuff. And oh my God, what a hassle. You mean instead of me just staying home today and relaxing for Christmas, I gotta go visit all my family members. I gotta go to a party. Oh, and you complain about it, right? You whine about it. And then years later, when that doesn't exist anymore, when you don't have that anymore, you realize, man, I really took all that for granted. And now I wish I still had it. You know, I haven't had a significant family experience like that since my teen years. And that sucks, you know? If you have it, be grateful for it and realize how lucky you are. There's a lot of people out there that don't have anyone, right? At all. You know, I'm lucky to have my wife and cat to spend time with, but a lot of people don't have that at all. They have nothing. They're just alone. And that's sad during this time of year. And again, when we were talking about the very beginning of the show, put your feet into someone else's shoes for just a few minutes. Try to understand from their perspective what they could possibly be going through. You know, it's completely different than what you may think. Oh, what a bunch of humbugs. How could they be a humbug this time of year? Well, that's probably why. It's probably because their life ain't going so well. And, you know, be a little bit aware of that and understanding of that. Now, you know, they say it's not only the time of year to just be holly and jolly, but it's a time to be compassionate to others. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much to this anonymous $5 tipper. I'm there with you. I've been there too. I've been in a point in my life where I was all alone. I didn't feel like anything mattered. I hated my job. And, you know, you just got to push forward. I mean, just keep pushing forward and understand that things will not always be that bad. You know what I mean? They won't. You will get through it. You'll get through to a better point in life, at least from my perspective and my experience. That's what's happened with me. And I'm so glad that I didn't give up, because I was there, man. I was ready. And man, I'm so happy I didn't, and I pushed through, and now here, look how happy I am now, and you can be there too. I wish the best upon everyone, that everyone could eventually have the happiness that I truly have, you know? But it is tough. Admittedly, I know, because I've been there. It ain't easy, man. You know, and I understand when you're at your lowest low, you feel like crap. So know that we're there. I'm there with you, man. I've been there. Okay, hold on. Excuse me. Whoa, oh crap. What did I just do? Oh no, hold on. Oh no. I just screwed everything up. Okay, give me a second. I literally just wanted to click on an email, and it dragged my email into a separate window and then proceeded to shuffle everything. That's not good. Oh man, okay, hold on. Why did it do this? A simple misclick. Okay, I think I'm alright. No, crisis averted. I resorted. It seems okay. Alright, so as of now, that's what we've got. I don't have anything else to shout out right now. I don't have anything else for the day. So, yeah, if you guys have any topics you would like to talk about, if you'd like to tag me in the chat and discuss some stuff for about, we have about half an hour left on the show to see what's on people's minds today, I'd be open to that. And if any contributions come in, absolutely, I will obviously shout them out today. So thank you in advance to anyone who contributes in any way. But I'm curious what's on everyone's mind. Derek wants to know, what are my favorite Christmas foods? Derek, we've talked about this many times. We'll do it again. The only thing that really comes to mind are some of the treats that I used to have, like a panettone dessert bread. My mom used to make these Christmas strips desserts. And my mom also used to make homemade lasagna and or pasta around Christmas. So those are the things that come to mind for me around Christmas. But I swear we've talked about this topic like 10 times already in the last week. Hello, No Sleep Bro Vibes. How are you? Radical Jaws wants to know if I've ever ridden a walrus into battle. Only on Tuesdays. Tekken 8 demo, no, we've already talked about this. Genesis Gaming. The Tekken 8 demo is not the kind of demo you're thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, you could go online and play people and test out characters. Wrong. The Tekken 8 demo is a single-player training mode where if you have someone locally you want to play against in your house, you can play with a few characters, or it's a demo of the story. Which, why would you want to do a demo of the story? Because then you're spoiling the story, right? So, no, the demo really is not anything I'm interested in. If it was online gameplay, I would do it, but it's not, so there's really no point to it. I'll just wait for the full release. Yes, Derek, we can see you typing for your computer, so I don't know what happened last night that it didn't work. Meatball Man says, hey, what's your favorite Christmas food? Glass. I like to eat broken glass. It's delicious. It's very festive when you bite it and all the blood squirts out of your mouth in every direction. The red reminds me of Christmas. Okay, that's a joke. Please don't take that seriously because some people will. Andy says, did you hear there's people that are making apps so AI girlfriends are a thing? I don't care. I don't care about that topic at all. I don't even know why you would think I would care about that. Not everything on this planet applies to everyone. That is certainly a topic that doesn't apply to me. Hey, more power to you. If you want to have a virtual girlfriend and you want to spend all your time talking to a fake person, you want to dump all your money into a fake person, go for it. I mean, in Japan, they already do that at the host and hostess clubs, right? So, now it's just, you're going the next step. It's not even a real human faking a relationship. It's just fake human. So, it's the different levels of fake, right? You have the full-on fake AI, but then you have the person who is acting fake, like they care about you just for your money. I mean, we can keep going to all these levels of fake, right? Anyway, all right, I received a $20 tip this morning, from 1 Minute Man. Oh wow, listen to this. Excuse me, I swear to you, 1 Minute Man did not belch. That was me. That was a really nasty belch. That's why I turned around, because it hit me so bad and I knew it was coming. And I was like, let's deflect this. The problem was I directed it towards Mega Man, and it bounced right back with an echo, so you probably still heard it, right? It like bounced right off the picture. So basically, 1 Minute Man is giving me an insane amount of information about Baldur's Gate 3. Just listen to this. To open the Necronomicon, enter the well in the blighted village, seek past spiders, find the dark image, you'll need wisdom to enable to read it, and then you can go find Karlach, and when you help her, you can use the Sword of Justice to make her powerful for a circle. Okay, thank you, 1 Minute Man. Thank you. I won't remember any of this. No, really, I know I won't. The best way to help with stuff is when I'm playing the game. I'm trying to figure stuff out. That would be the time. Like now, like I'm not. And by the way, this is not me being negative or anything. This is me being honest. A lot of people have bombarded me in the last week to week and a half with a ton of information about Baldur's Gate 3. But you have to understand that if it's not in context to what we're doing, I will never understand or remember any of it. There's been people who've written insane 10-paragraph posts on the videos, and I prove the comments. If anyone wants to read them, I try to skim through them. It's like there's no way I'm going to understand any of what I'm being told right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just whoop right over my head. And in this case, I had a feeling when we found this Necronomicon book, there was some trick to opening it. I just didn't know what it was yet. And I figured there's a way to do it later. So maybe eventually, he's telling me, so he's like, enter the well in the blighted village and see past spiders and find the dark. I don't even know what that is. Like, what's the blighted village? I don't know. Have we even been there yet? Are we close to it? You see what I mean? Like, this is all valid information for when we get there. So, and this is not just to 1 Minute Man, this is to everyone. Thank you so much for caring so much about the playthrough. Really? Like, I really, really appreciate that. Did I play the animation? I don't know if I did. I'll hit it again. But this kind of information is going to go in one ear and out the other. I'm a dunderhead. I'll just admit it. I'm a dunderhead, okay? I don't absorb information like a sponge, like a lot of people do. Like, some people are like, they have like a photogenic memory, or they have like, if you just say something to them, they'll just totally remember it at all times. I'm someone who learns by doing. Get it? So, like, when I'm playing the game, if I get this information thrown at me and we're doing it together, I'll totally appreciate it, understand it, and love it. But right now, telling that to me, you might as well recite, an instructions on how to make a delicious gourmet meal in Greek. And it has about the same amount of impact, because, like, I don't even know what the blighted village is. I don't know how to sneak past enemies yet. We haven't even tried that yet, right? We don't know how to do it properly. I don't know.
Did he bump the microphone in his leg? Hold on. Did Phil bump that microphone in his leg? Let's have a wee check here.
I'll just admit it. I'm a dunderhead, okay? I don't absorb information like a sponge, like a lot of people do. Like, some people are like, they have like a photogenic memory, or they have like, if you just say something to them, they'll just totally remember it at all times. I'm someone who learns.
Yeah, he gave a wee bump there. Okay, no worries. Let's tick off mic bump.
Burger.
We are 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 7 away from a full house.
By doing. Get it? So, like, when I'm playing the game, if I get this information thrown at me and we're doing it together, I'll totally appreciate it, understand it, and love it. But right now, telling that to me, you might as well recite, you know, an instructions on how to make a delicious gourmet meal in Greek. And it has about the same amount of impact, because, like, I don't even know what the Blighted Village is. I don't know how to sneak past enemies yet. We haven't even tried that yet, right? We don't know how to do it properly. I don't know how this Dark Amethyst, you know, would affect, would it do something? Would it negate the Necronomicon? I don't know. And by the way, today I think we will likely get to Karlach. I think that's where we were headed anyway. Karlach. I don't know how to say the name because no one said it yet in the game. I think that's where we're headed. We're headed north from where we were. So likely that's the next big thing we're doing. But it's funny because as much as one Minuteman said, so give her this particular sword, she'll become some kind of a barbarian. Someone also left a comment on my video last night. So if you do this other build with her, she can just talk to animals infinitely, and therefore you don't have to worry about losing your ability to talk to animals by having a long rest. The potion will lose its effect, but then she could talk to the animals instead if you do this other build. So it's like, you see, like, it's insane info overload for me. It is. It's like info overload, and when that happens, sometimes my brain, it's funny, my brain gets flayed. My brain gets addled. And it's funny because that's actually what we're dealing with in the game, the mind flayers. It's like, yeah, that's what happens to me. My brain's like, like you just take my head, you shake it around like this. Like, hey. So let's tackle these things as we get to them. All right, but thank you, 1 Minute Man, for the tip. Thank you for the advice. If we can apply this when we get to these things, maybe we will. If we're in the Blighted Village, if you're saying we're in a Blighted Village already, like the Goblin town we were in, I don't know if that's the Blighted Village. It didn't look blighted to me. It just looked like an abandoned village the goblins were in, right? But if you're saying there's a well we should go down, maybe we should go back and check that out. If that's what you're saying, because again, I don't know if that's what you're saying or not. I'm totally confused. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, a couple more shout out. I got confused already. It's like, see, now my mind is even more addled. Okay. Let's see here. I received a $2 tip. Baldur's Gate 3 hype. Who's your favorite RPG party member of all time? Of all time? Oh God. Oh man, now you got me. Now you really got me thinking. Like, who's been the best ultimate party member of all time? Like, when I was growing up and playing the original RPGs I ever played, you got to think, who were the badasses? Sabin, who did all the kung fu moves that were super powered, right? And he never needed to use MP to use them in Final Fantasy VI, or maybe Shadow, who literally just needed ninja stars, would throw them and kick major ass, right? Like, those are like the classic RPG characters that come to mind in my head. People in the chat are going, boom, 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 boom. Ooh, we got a headshot on him. You see? Yeah, maybe Boone. Maybe Boone in Fallout New Vegas, right? You know, I don't know. You could be right. There's been so many awesome characters in RPGs over the years. I mean, you really have to really think hard about who are the best ones, right? It's a tough question, honestly, to answer, genuinely. So, cool. Okay, okay, so looks like that's all I've got there. All right, so let's go back to some questions in the chat. No Super Real Vibe says, sad RoboCop's coming to an end. I would love the playthrough. Wish more game companies made more FPS games with higher quality graphics in the near future. Excuse me. I don't even think of it as an FPS. It's not. That's a hybrid RPG for sure, right? Yeah. It's not. I thought it was an FPS. I totally thought that RoboCop was just an FPS game. And then when I started playing it, I realized it's not at all. It's actually a hybrid RPG, more similar to, say, Deus Ex or something like that. I was like, oh, that's why this game's good and stands out. If it was just shooting things, I think it would have been super boring, right? Yes, tonight I'll be doing my final movie review of December. I'm only doing 4 this month. Originally I was going to do 2 or 3 a week, but a couple things happened. Number one, I just got really busy and tired, honestly, kind of exhausted with a lot of stuff going on in my life and not wanting to stick around super late every single...
You got fuck all going on in your fucking MTV fucking life.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Pretending he's a fucking busy boy. Give me a fucking break.
Night, especially when some nights I have, because I had to do patron videos twice because of something's corrupting and stuff, and I just didn't have as much time this month as I'd hoped to do review stuff for you. So I will be filming one final movie review tonight. It's a movie that I had never actually seen before, and I watched it a couple nights ago, and I will be reviewing it for you on DSP Reacts later tonight after my final stream of the week ends, so expect that later tonight. I hope you'll give it a look. The reviews haven't done great this month. The reviews I did in October did way better, the horror reviews. For some reason, these Christmas reviews didn't really catch on. They get like 300 views each. It's like, well, what are you gonna do? You know, at least someone's watching them, so that'll be out tonight. I hope you give it a look. Okay.
Only 300 views. Like, was it worth it? What an ungrateful prick. What an absolutely ungrateful piece of shit. You can't force people to fucking watch this kind of shit, Phil, you can't. It's like, it's just unreal. It really is. Like, he demands and expects mass attention for fucking making the most random asinine bullshit.
Okay, what else, guys? What else is on your mind? No, I did not hear that Mike Mix-Up passed away from the Marvel community. That's sad. You know, not that I had tons of experience with the guy. Back in the day, he absolutely was someone who traveled to the East Coast to play a lot of the best players, and he was one of the best Marvel vs. Capcom 2 players ever back then. And he actually had some very unique gameplay styles that people had not seen. Keep in mind, we're talking early 2000s.
Hey, Phil said unique as well. Hooray.
Burger
5 in a row. That's concerning.
before the era of the internet and everything being shared. So when you had someone from a regional area, like I remember someone would come from Seattle, someone would come from California, someone would come from Florida, and they would all have their unique gameplay styles, and they would all clash together at like East Coast Championships, and Mike Mix-Up was one of them. So it's very sad to hear that he passed away. Of course, I haven't talked to the guy in over 20 years. You know, I don't know what his life was like, what was going on, but it is sad to hear that he has, you know, been lost. Yes, we're going to play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth in English. We are. We did Like a Dragon, well, it was Yakuza Like a Dragon. We played in English. It just makes sense, especially for it's that long of an RPG, turn-based everything, to have the English, so we are going to do the English voice acting for it, yes. What's up, Jade? Good to see you today. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Errol A, we literally just talked about that. He says, what do you plan to play when you finish RoboCop and Like a Dragon Gaiden? I don't know. That's, for first of all, I feel like we have to do the schedule update on Saturday to know what's coming out first. And then once we have that schedule laid out, say, okay, this is coming out then, so that's going to hit the schedule. And this is going to come out then, that'll hit the schedule. Once we have that laid out, we'll then see the holes in the schedule and figure out what we want to do to plug up those holes with content, right? Because it would be pretty dumb for me to say, oh, I think I want to play Lords of the Fallen, which is probably, what, like a 30-hour game? Come to find out, we only have, like, 10 hours to play. Why would I start Lords of the Fallen, right? So that's what I mean. Like, we need to look at the schedule first and then judge. So we'll see. We'll see after Saturday. We'll have a better idea, and then we'll start brainstorming what we want to do. Okay? Cool.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. More dead air. Oh, look, dead air. What's that over there? More dead air.
Am I doing a ranking of all the games I played this year? No. I'm doing Game of the Year awards where I pick essentially around the top 10 best games, and then I do a countdown of the most disappointing games. I don't do like, oh, out of the 40 games I played this year, here's number 1 to number 40. I don't do that. That would be a crazy extensive countdown, man. Yes, I'll see you for Call of Duty tonight, Jade. Sounds good.
Shut up, bitch!
Ophidius, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling
already.
better. I'm very happy to hear that. Awesome. Canadian Kirk says, PS5 outsold Xbox 3-1 in 2023. What are your thoughts? I don't really have thoughts, because, like, what's the point? I mean, here's the thing. This console gen, you guys have asked me over this entire console gen, which is now, what, 3 years and going? What's the best console? Is it PS5 or is it Xbox Series X? I don't think either console's better. They both play games around equally. And there's some exceptions. Sometimes one will run better on one than the other. But for the most part, they're equivalent in their capabilities when it comes to graphics and running these games. They have pretty much similar features. For me, what are the differences between the consoles? Well, the controllers. Personally, I like the Xbox controller better, but that's just a personal preference, right? Like, some people would like one better over the other. I like the feel of the Xbox controller over the PlayStation 5. The PS5 has haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. I haven't really found many or any games that make use of those to the point where it feels like, oh my god, what a different experience. The one game I would actually say did was Call of Duty, and I had to disable it because the experience is so jarring and annoying. You actually can't control the game as well when those things are enabled. And sometimes you get accidental melee attacks and shit. So I turned it off, and then I've played Call of Duty on the Xbox over the PlayStation 5 the last 2 to 3 years, so I don't even have to worry about that. You know, there's the fact that PS5 disabled dual audio out. Xbox still has it, so I can get surround sound on my Xbox when I game, but I don't get it on my PS5. That's just the thing with my setup, though. Most people don't care about that. I do, but a lot of people don't. So these are all just little things. You know, notably, the thing that's the big difference between the two consoles is Game Pass. When you get an Xbox and you get Game Pass, you're going to get access to tons of new games. You're going to get access to a library of not so new games, but still great games. With PlayStation, you just don't get that. Even if you get PS Plus Premium, you don't get access to new games. You don't get access to as many great older games. It's just kind of an inferior experience. But Sony's of the opinion they don't need that their games that are exclusive, such as Spider-Man 2, are much better than anything offered on Xbox like Redfall or Starfield. I have to agree. I do think that a game like Spider-Man 2 is better than both Redfall and Starfield. So Sony probably has a point, right? But if you're asking, like, overall, what do I think about Sony selling 3-1 to Xbox, there's a good reason. Because PS4 was insanely dominant last console gen. Everyone saw PS4 as the dominant console. The launch of the Xbox One was a flop due to Don Matrick. The console never recovered. It did gain more market share over time, but it never caught up to PlayStation. So now when this console gen launched, everyone just wanted the PS5 just because they had a PS4. That's the one they want. That's the one they think of as the market leader when it comes to gaming at home. You know, Xbox is kind of the afterthought. Now, me owning both, I can tell you, I don't think there's a difference. But a lot of people don't even know that. They would say, I'd rather wait and get a PS5 than get the inferior Xbox. Well, what are you talking about? How is it inferior? Unless you specifically care about a small handful of games that were PS exclusives, you don't know what you're talking about. But that's how people feel. You know what they say? You only get one chance for first impressions, right? So when you hear PS4 is dominant, it's so much better than Xbox, everyone wants a PS4. Well, PS5 is dominant, it's better than the Xbox. Well, it actually isn't, but that's the mentality everyone had at the beginning of this console gen, so everyone just rolls with it. It becomes the must-have device of your household, right? And so it just continued. Even with Xbox improving this, improving that, Game Pass having these games and this and that. Now, Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard, and very soon you're going to see Activision Blizzard games under the Game Pass moniker, and you're going to get Call of Duty every year. You're going to get new games under there. Will that affect anything? Again, it's hard to change a stereotype or a stigma, and right now there's a very strong stereotype that PlayStation is where it's at for home gaming. That's what you want. Xbox is only if you don't have the play, or you can't get the PlayStation, or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's the only explanation I can have for it. You know, I can't explain it any further than that. There is no definitive way to argue why it's a 3-to-1 sales ratio besides that weird mentality that everyone's just had in their head. The consoles are very, very close to being equivalent. Would I ever travel for Christmas to be with family members? Likely no. Like, no exaggeration. I think if I were to travel, I would likely not go during Christmas. Too much stress, way too much people out there. Like, for example, they're saying the busiest travel day of the year is this Saturday, the 23rd of December. Why would I want to actively travel then? If I'm going to visit someone, like if I'm going to go visit my parents, I'm not going to visit them in December. Half the stuff, like for example, if I go to Connecticut, I want to go to a time when maybe I can go to the zoo. I can enjoy driving around, not in ice and snow, right? You want to go to a time of the year that's nicer than that. So,
Phil, 'tis the season. What the fuck? Imagine not wanting to fucking go home for Christmas because it's going to be too fucking busy and inconvenience you. Your parents are incapable, apparently, of travelling themselves. The impetus of seeing them ever again in their lifetime is on you to go to them, Phil. And you're like, well, if I'm going to go, I want to go on my terms. I want to make it sure that airport's as quiet as fucking possible. I want to make sure the zoo is going to be open as well because I fucking love looking at fucking animals and all that shit. Phil, what about Christmas is all about family. Anytime Phil preaches about fucking how important family is to him, just remember how much he neglects his fucking parents. Just remember that shit. Anytime he fucking wants to go on about the importance of fucking family, especially at Christmas time, remember how much fucking neglect he shows towards his own goddamn parents. Like Phil tomorrow on his day off, his precious fucking day off, he's gonna go grocery shopping and he's gonna go here and gonna go there and all that shit and probably do a bunch of fucking alcohol shopping and all that crap as well for the big marathon event. I am gonna go see my mama tomorrow. I mean, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going home. I'm going back home. I'm going to see my mama and hopefully, you know, see my sister as well. Hopefully, I'm doing well. Get some Christmas shopping sorted as well and all that shit. Just the thing that's like, his parents can't go see him. It's on him to do it. It's on him to step up and go see them. He doesn't want to.
Why would I try? I mean, I understand it's like, oh, it's the holidays. You're here for the holiday. No, much rather go during a time when it's not going to be ultimate stress and annoyance and bullshit, right? I would likely try to avoid that. Plus, keep in mind, everything's more expensive at Christmas too. They gouge prices everywhere. The hotels are more expensive. The flights are more expensive. They're ripping you off because you're traveling during the holiday, which is really stupid. If you fly during an off-season, you save money as well. So none of it makes any sense. There you go. Rubberstack says, if you own 60 PS4 games, why would that people even consider getting an Xbox? Maybe because of scarcity. Like, you couldn't get a PS5 at launch, but the Xbox was available after about a year. It was easily, like, right, I very easily got Cat an Xbox Series X a year ago. I mean, excuse me, S. They were everywhere. And the X, I could have gotten. We had to wait like a week. Like, you had to pre-order it and get it like a week. You could get it shipped. But she just said the S is fine, and she's loved the S. She's literally used the Xbox Series S for every game she played in the last year and never had a complaint. It ran every game beautifully, no problems. So, you know, didn't even need the X over the S, quite frankly. And that's what I mean. Like, it's just availability. You know, so maybe if you couldn't get the PS5, you would get the Xbox. I don't know. Christmas is best spent at home in pajamas. There you go. Sounds good to me. Absolutely sounds good to me. No, it's not stupid to fly during the holiday season, but if you have the option to choose when you would travel, I would not choose to travel during the business season of the year. That would be crazy to me. Like, if I have the option to choose when to travel, I would travel when it's less stressful, when it's less expensive. Like, why would I actively choose the worst time of year to travel? It wouldn't make sense to me, you know? No, I'm not replaying Cyberpunk. People ask me this all the time, okay? Again, allow me to explain my rationale. When I played Cyberpunk 2077 at launch, I did not like the game. But I didn't dislike it for all the reasons the vast majority of people disliked the game for. Most people said, oh, it's a buggy mess, the graphics are glitched, the world is empty, this doesn't function right, the cops appear out of thin air. I don't like it because of that. That's not why I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I didn't like the game. Cyberpunk 2077 felt to me like a bunch of stolen ideas from other games, slapped together to try to make their own, even though nothing in the game was original. The gameplay feels like Borderlands combined with Deus Ex, only both Borderlands and Deus Ex are better at it than Cyberpunk was, okay? The story, the main plot line's okay, Some of the side plot lines are outstanding. Like I remember the plot line with your companion who's the detective, and you go out on murder investigations, and you find a serial killer, and you're doing that. That's good content. The one where there's the politician, and the politician is being mind controlled. Unbeknownst to him, there's people living in his goddamn wall. That's really cool. That's a well-written mission, right? So some of the content is really well done. But the rest of the content is shit. Tons of those missions were boring, poorly written, badly executed, not fun. Half the companions are not interesting. They're boring. They're stupid. They're not, in my opinion, well written. A lot of them are meant there to just be like a stupid object of people lusting over them, right? Like that's why they were written like that in the game. It's dumb. I don't like the universe of Cyberpunk. It's obnoxious. For the first few hours of Cyberpunk, when you see, wow, a society where everything's been commercialized, you can completely customize your body to look however you want. Sex has become a commodity, as well as drugs and everything else. Like everything is just for sale, right? Okay, I get it. So the first few hours are maybe interesting. And then when you're at hour 7, hour 10, hour 20, and you see that same billboard of a giant robot cock on the billboard talking about it, it's like, it's not funny, it's not pertinent, you're just desensitized to it, it's just not, it's boring. The game to me just gets fucking boring as shit after a while. And after having played the entire game, like I told you guys, after the entire game of playing it, I probably enjoyed the game a grand total of maybe 10-15% of the time, and the rest I was bored to tears. I thought that it was a badly designed game, okay? That has nothing to do with the game being buggy, unfinished, graphically glitching, a mess, nothing. All that aside, even though, yes, all that was true, that was not the reason why I didn't like the game. So unless you tell me, oh, if you play Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, the entire game's different. They've changed all the lore of the world. It's not that same boring bullshit. There's better writing. All the gameplay mechanics are completely changed. It's not anything like the original game whatsoever. They've changed it to be a different It's a different genre now. It's a different genre of game, and it's not set in the same city with the same boring tropes over and over that make you fucking tired as shit after just a few hours. They would have had to redo that game from the ground up for me to have any interest in playing it again. And from everything that I've heard, that is not what it is. All they did is they fixed the game to be a more polished experience of the original. I don't care. I didn't like that anyway. You see, the underlying game was boring and was not interesting to me. So that's why I didn't like Cyberpunk. Not because of all these other nitpicky reasons that everyone else had reason to hate it. That's not why I disliked it, right? So I'm not going to waste time going back to something I don't like. This would be like saying, so, man, you really, you dislike Nicki Minaj music, right? One time you went to a Nicki Minaj concert, right? 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and you hated it. You hated the atmosphere, you hated the music, you hated everything about it. You don't like Nicki Minaj. Well, 5 years have passed, and everyone says Nicki Minaj has reinvented herself. She's better now, her music's changed. Do you go to another Nicki Minaj concert? Or do you say, no, I was there 5 years ago. I know it's not good. For me anyway. It's okay if you like it, go watch it, right? But for me, why am I going to go back to something that I already don't like and re-subject myself to it? You're asking for punishment. You're asking for disappointment, right? And I think this may be one of the major reasons why I'm a lot different from everybody else. Because it seems like there definitely is a lot of people on the internet who just like watching shit to punish themselves. I hate this, but I'm going to watch it and hate watch it. Hate watch it. When you get to a certain age, you don't have time to hate watch stuff. You're too busy. I'm too busy focusing on the things I like and not having enough time to focus on the things I like to have time to go hate watch stuff. So why am I going to go into Cyberpunk a second time when I already know I don't like it, right? I have many other things I need to do, want to do that I'm interested in liking than torturing myself playing something I've already not liked and likely I'm not going to like again. There's no point, right? I just find it funny that like some people don't understand that either. They'll just, but I don't get it. Everyone else played it. Yeah, so when everyone else, I know this sounds really stupid. Because it does, and when I was younger, this sounded stupid to me too. If everyone else jumps off a bridge, do you follow them? If everyone else got giant tattoos of like, a big middle finger on their face like this, would you get the tattoo of the middle finger over your face too just because everyone else did it? But it's popular. Everyone says it's cool. Let's do it. Man, this really was a great idea, getting this middle finger tattooed on my face, right? But everyone says it's good, so let's do it, guys. And it's not even like I didn't try it. I've played the original game and didn't like it. It's not like, this is not a Minecraft situation where I literally avoided playing Minecraft for like a decade, and then when I finally played it, I liked it. This is, I've already tried it and didn't like it. There's nothing else that I have to do to prove to myself that I'm not going to like it. I already know that universe is not interesting to me. The story it was not well written enough. I just didn't like it at all. Why would I go and torture myself over it? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense what you guys are saying. That I need to go play it, or no, I don't need to do anything. I already know I don't like it. You know what I mean? Okay. See, I would assume this is probably true. Although, okay, let's fair enough read this. Someone tipped me $1 and says, well, this Nicki Minaj analogy is why a lot of your viewers won't give you a chance. They don't like you in the past, so now they don't think they will nowadays, even if you say you've changed.
That's a great fucking point. So it's a waste of a fucking $1, of course, troll fucking tip. But that is an amazing fucking comeback to Phil. That is a brilliant fucking comeback to Phil. What a great clapback that is. Let's see Phil talk his way out of this one.
Right? Okay. Did Cyberpunk say that it changed? Did it say, hey guys, it's a whole new universe, it's a whole new game?
No. This is about your analogy, Phil. This is about your fucking analogy. He's not responding to your Cyberpunk thing, he's responding to your Nicki Minaj thing.
I don't recall that. Same game. All they've done is they tweaked it to run better, right? They removed the glitches and problems. They haven't redesigned the game from the ground up to be a different game. It's not a puzzle game now. It's not a fighting game. It's not an action-based first-person shooter. It's still the same game. The same elements I didn't like. So you're, again, the difference here, you're comparing this game to me, but you have to understand that, like, I really have, if you watch my content today, right, versus 10, 15 years ago, right, I sound the same. The voice is the same, right? And the fact that I cover all the games, and I'm honest about them, is the same. But the commentary is different. The style, with the interaction with the audience, the fact that I've mellowed out, I've become a lot more wise over my years, and I don't do the dumb, immature shit that I used to do, right? I don't say stuff that's offensive anymore. I've matured in that regard. The content is meaningful now, as opposed to back then it was shock value shit for kids. Now it's actually more for an adult audience, hence why I have...
The fuck is he talking about?
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
He said shock value, so I count that as shocked.
No kids in my audience. It's less than 1% of my audience is people that are teens. They're all adults watching my content now. You know what I'm saying? Are you telling me that Cyberpunk decided they were going to change their entire game to appeal to a completely different audience? I didn't hear that. No, what they did is they redid the game to be what it was supposed to be. So now there's more stuff going on in the environment. The game actually functions, doesn't have graphical problems, doesn't have constant glitches. The police are more realistic. You know what I mean? Everything's been fixed to be more coherent, but the story elements are the same. The universe is the same. The things I have issues with aren't different. So unless you're going to tell me the game's different, they changed the entire plot. It's not the same. They changed every gameplay element. Then maybe I'd be interested. Did they do that? Or is it still called Cyberpunk? Because last time I checked, it's still called Cyberpunk, right? And by the way, it's okay for not every person to like every game. Do you understand that? Why do people have such issue with not everyone liking every game? I just don't understand that, right? Oh, but I don't get it. Phantom Liberty had so much hype behind it and everyone likes it, but Phil doesn't. To each their own. Not everyone likes Street Fighter 6. I like it, but not everyone does. And if you don't like it, I'm not bothered by the fact that you don't like Street Fighter 6, right? Why am I going to let that bother my day? Hey, I like what I like, you like what you like, you know. Big deal.
Phil, you were pissed off it wasn't included as part of the fucking list for Game of the Year. Phil was genuinely upset that Street Fighter 6 was not included in the big main list to be potential Game of the Year. It was the best fighting game for a year in that category, but Phil wanted it to be included in the overall big massive list where every game was included. And it wasn't included, and Phil was upset.
You don't have to say that I have to like, I have to like everything. That's ridiculous, you know?
I know some people super chat or whatever, that helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off.
Basically, he did exactly what we expected. He sidestepped the fucking question. He used some sort of fucking dumb Nicki Minaj comparison, for an example. Somebody called him on it, using Phil as a good example, and Phil sidestepped the question entirely.
It's the same story, it just has a different leveling system and perk charts. My ninja has turned into a slow, useless choom, says Demolition Daddy. Joel Lost says, same situation as Last of Us Part 2 then? Well, yes and no. Last of Us Part 2, I actually feel, had a well-designed universe when it comes to the level design, the graphics, the voice acting was great, the mocap was great, the gameplay elements were great, the sneaking, the improvements to the game engine, because there were tons of improvements to their game engine from Last of Us 1. The only problem I have with Last of Us 2 is the story. I feel it's awful. And it's a narrative game. So if the story's bad, the game's bad. You see? If it was a different story, I might have thought it was the best game ever. The story was poorly written, poorly paced, confusingly done, just idiotic narratives and themes shoved down your throat, unlikable characters, torture porn scenes, disgusting, hated it, right? With Cyberpunk, I would argue, I actually like some of the story elements much better than Last of Us 2. So like I said, some of the companion missions are good, some of these other side missions are actually interesting. The main story is just okay. But for me, the gameplay was never fun. It was boring. It was always boring, repetitive, felt like it was someone else had done it better. I would argue Last of Us 2 felt like it was best in class for that sneaking style survival gameplay. I don't feel like Cyberpunk was best in class at a single thing that it did. I think they just copied everyone else and slapped it together and we're trying to ride on the, oh, but we're CD Projekt Red. Yeah, but you didn't do a single original idea in this game. It's all been done better in other games, so tell me why I need to care about this game. It's just a bunch of hype and no substance. That's Cyberpunk in a nutshell. All hype, no substance. So unless, again, they added a whole bunch of substance, the game's the same.
Anyone telling me that I need to improve or change? Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been.
If you want my thoughts on the GTA 6 trailer, watch the podcast from a couple weeks ago when I specifically covered the GTA 6 trailer. It's in the title, so you'll be able to find it easily. Okay, anything else, guys, or shall we wrap it up for today and get started with Baldur's Gate here? And by the way, I've been checking, just so you know, because some people are like, what, there's nothing, no super chats, no memberships, nothing there. Just a couple of tips I shouted out is what's come in. I'm not, unless things aren't working, but usually, if my leaderboard's not working, I still see it on YouTube.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Phil, calm the fuck down. Things might be broken. People are in the chat asking about where all these things are. It might be fucking... Phil, calm down. It's just... It's coming across as, like, fucking massively hint. And it's like... Just calm the fuck down, buddy.
There's nothing there, so... It could be that people are waiting for you to play the game,
Of course. People are withholding their funds until gameplay begins.
Will I fire up the mini PC in the near future? Depends on what we're doing, if there's something on there to play. Right now, you guys are voting for the game for Christmas, the Christmas Marathon, I should say. The options are Phasmophobia, Mario Maker 2, RimWorld, Disco Elysium, and...
Every time I said RimWorld, I in my head, it's not RimWorld, but Rimmerworld. And Red Dwarf fans might understand what I mean. It's, yeah. In fact, I can't even mind, was it actually called Rimmerworld? The fucking segment was, Jesus Christ. For people who have never watched Red Dwarf, they don't have a fucking clue what I fucking mean, but for those that have watched it, where Lister was missing Rimmer, and so Crichton did something special for him to... yeah, I mean, it was... If you know, you know.
And one of them eludes me. But a couple of those games would be games played on the mini PC, so maybe I'll be booting it up and using it as early as Saturday, right? We'll see. One thing I will say, when you're voting on these games, please keep in mind, I'm only playing the game for an hour. That's it. This marathon has so much going on that no matter what you vote for, it's only an hour. So please think of a game that in an hour is going to be exciting or interesting, you know? I don't want to say, oh, we vote...
No pressure, audience, but it's all on you to make Phil's streams exciting and entertaining. There's an hour to fill, so you got to pick a game which is going to be exciting and entertaining for a whole hour. Fuck off.
For this game and it has an hour intro and you didn't even get past the intro, then why did I play it? Wasted time, right? So please think of it in that way. I don't know. I've never played so many of these games that I don't know in the first hour if it's the only game out of those that I played was Mario Maker 2. That's an easy one to jump in and out of. You just search for created levels and you go right in, right? But the other games I don't know anything about, so I need you guys picking the right ones, hopefully. Okay? Cool. Now, the whole green screen idea we tossed away years ago. The reason people wanted a green screen behind me is because my setup sucked. It was ugly. It was bad lighting. It was blurry. So people were like, "Oh, just make a green screen. Then we don't have to see it. We'll just see you." But now that the setup is good in HD and everything behind me, the decor is nice, people don't mind anymore. And literally, we haven't had anyone asking for a green screen in ages. I don't think it would really benefit. I wouldn't be able to have the setup I have. I wouldn't have nice decor if I had a green screen. I know most people have actually said they prefer the decor over the green screen because it looks good now. So I don't think the green screen is anything anyone cares about. That was a fad 5 to 10 years ago when everyone was jumping over to be a Twitch streamer and everyone wanted to play games but didn't want to have a big ugly background. Everyone with the green screen. And that fad died a while ago. So. Okay, I think it's time to wrap it up. Thank you all. I appreciate you all chilling with me here on this fine morning. I hope you enjoyed the Level 1 podcast. I hope you take my words to heart. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the first segment of the show. I hope that at least my words reach out to some people there. And I wish you all the best. I truly do. Whether you're having a great holiday season right now or whether things aren't going so well for you. I do wish you a happy and better time. You know, good times are coming for everybody. I promise you that. You just got to hang in there. All right, guys? So thank you for watching the Level 1 podcast. Remember, I'm not here tomorrow. When I come back on Friday, I'll be talking all about Phil's day off and, of course, getting extra hype because next week is holiday week with all the special festivities coming up, which I hope you'll join me for. And be safe, stay warm, and I will see you all on Friday.
Fuck your shitey outro, Phil.
Okay, let's get set up, and then I will very briefly run and use the restroom before we begin, and then we'll get started here. Let's just get the camera working. Let's get the capture device working, because for some reason this capture device tends to make me want to reset it like this. There we go. A forced reset. Makes it adjust, and then it works. Get the camera resized. There we go. Sun's out today, so it's a little warmer in the office than I would prefer. There's not much I can do about that besides maybe turn the fan up a little higher. I do have my window all the way open. All right, we got the leaderboard in the right spot, right? We've got... I just gotta grab my controller. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, stretch. Okay. All right, guys. Let's take a very brief break just for me to run and use the restroom. I just want to see what my wife is up to, you know. And then we'll settle in. 3+ hours of Baldur's Gate 3. All right, thank you for chilling with me here today. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And I'll be right back to start. See you in a sec.
And I guess we can fast forward now, so just hold the right arrow button until Phil gets his farts back on stream. He's still away, Oh, here we go, he's back.
All right. All right, are we all ready to get started here? I only rolled a 3 to dexterity. How do you say that? All right, what are you trying to say? Ready to go? All right. Then let's get started, shall we? My head itches today. I don't know why. Itchy head. Okay. Ugh. Oh. Gotta get my headphones plugged in. Definitely had a lot of variety in stuff used recently. You know, for a long period of time there, I was using Xbox endlessly for all of my content and streams, and now I'm constantly bouncing back between PlayStation 5 for either Street Fighter or Baldur's Gate, and then Xbox for RoboCop and Like a Dragon Gaiden and Call of Duty. So it's kind of like bouncing back and forth. I have to remember to always have the right setup when I'm playing here. How many woodland creatures were in the backyard after the explosion of the suet? I'm not kidding. We have a family of about 5 squirrels that comes by every day, and they all like chase each other around because they're in competition for the food. And then tons of little birds. And then we had a big Stellar's Jay that came by and grabbed a giant chunk of it and flew away. So I mean, if you really wanted to estimate, probably at least 12 to 15 different creatures, you know, at once. And then of course there's different waves coming. You know, so.
Different waves? It makes it sound like some sort of fucking zombie mode in Call of Duty, for fuck's sake.
No, they are not the Christmas critters. They're not doing satanic rituals in the backyard. They're just eating food, which is good. I really think like I need to turn the fan up higher. It's hot in here. Like it's legit getting hot in here because the sun is full beating on the wall, and I do have the window all the way open, but I'm legit feel hot, which sucks. I wasn't planning on that today. I wore a heavier thing today because I wanted to look nice. I was like, oh, red with the green background, right? But it's so hot with this sun. It sucks.
He's melting. He's melting.
The blinds are as closed as they can be. Yeah. Oh. I don't like the sun during this time of year. I want the sun to go away completely. So if there was a solar eclipse right now, I would prefer it. Okay. Oh, that's right, I have to up my volume for this game. For some reason, this game is way low in the volume. I don't know why. Okay. Let's begin. So as we begin, a quick reminder, everyone. Today, my goals for my streams are as follows. To hit 655 members by the end of both streams, including this one and the late night stream of Call of Duty, and to hit the tier 1 tips goal each of those streams. Right now, we're at $28 out of the $50 goal for this stream, so we're more than halfway there. Again, any support during Baldur's Gate, greatly appreciated, and thank you in advance to anyone who supports it in any way. I really, really appreciate that. The playthrough's been great because of your level of engagement and support, and I'm hoping to keep that up. And I'm hoping to get my capture device to not be choppy, because right now it's pretty darn choppy. Look at that. I think we have to restart it again. I don't know what's up that the capture device, when it loads in on games with a lot of detail, does that, but then if I refresh it, it's usually fine. Much better. Yeah, smooth now. I don't get it, but hey. So apparently this is the Blighted Village. Remember? I was told to go down the well. Okay, I guess we gotta go back and find the well. Okay, are we guys ready? Because we weren't done. If you remember, we were exploring. We were looking for items and the like, and we had, if I remember correctly, we had turned off the windmill. We freed the guy. We went down into the wooden hatch and we looted there, and that's where we ended, but we didn't climb up yet. And I guess we might have missed stuff in the Blighted Village because I'm being told that there was a well that you can climb down, and there's stuff in the well to explore. So maybe we should do that. Okay. All right. No, I'm being told don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do the well. It's too hard. All right, forget it. We won't do it then. All right, let's start. Right? Okay, everyone, welcome back.
Now he's recording for YouTube, and that's going to bring an end to the bingo. We had one free space because Phil snorted 20 times, so we had a free space for that. I actually forgot to take this off earlier on.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's
I
concerning.
forgot to take that off. Phil said earlier on, what are you talking about? And I completely missed it. You know, what are you talking about? It's the same as what the fuck are you talking about, and I missed it all, but that's my bad.
Burger.
That's a free space.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
But we're still means we're 2 away. It didn't obviously it didn't result in a full house regardless of me missing that earlier on, but still, end of the day, even if you count up the free spaces, whatever as well, and everything else, we're 2 away. Let's go live, DSP, we're not too far behind them.
I like to look in, but I don't.
He has not been given a single dollar since beginning gameplay for YouTube. Not a single dollar has come his way. He's on 28. So, lol and all that jazz. Oh, they're cleaning the fucking tank. See, this is what I mean, but if some people thought this red mark was an otter under the water. No, it's just a random red mark in the... It looks ominous, it looks like blood, I know, it's kind of looking a bit weird. But nah, they're cleaning the tank right now. So I guess we will check out the other otter stream. There we go. These cute little bastards in the corner swimming away. Actually, you can't see them yet, hold on. Danny, hold on, my bad, give me a second. There you go. They're in the corner right there, guys. A cute little bastard right there in the corner. There we go. So that's just as much of a fucking disaster as that stream was at times where YouTube acted up on me. The grand scheme of things, I didn't actually have too much of an impact because I just let Phil cook quite a lot of that. It is a weird thing where as bizarre as it might sound, the notifications, like if somebody sends me like a super chat or members or whatever, it forces an animation to go off, obviously, because that's stream elements, and Profit thinks that's actually affecting my streaming. Like, because it's trying to download the animations to play on a stream, it has an impact on the stream. And it's probably not a coincidence that I certainly do appreciate the memberships that Soquid F gifted earlier on, but that's probably what triggered the stream then having issues, because YouTube wouldn't play for me because of that. It's a very strange thing, but hopefully we can get it sorted very soon. Regardless though, you know what I mean, it is what it fucking is, you know what I mean, so there we go. I think I want to do marbles. I have a new marbles course to go through. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to set up marbles. We're going to do a couple of marble runs, and I've got a really tough course which might not be possible. It is possible to finish, but we might not get anyone finishing this time round. So, give a couple of minutes, I'll get it all set up. Right, that wouldn't take too long. So I have a course here. There's a track here we have. So it's a very colourful track. It starts off by going down this big massive plinko kind of style thing. Very colourful track. Although I will warn you guys, it's a bit glitchy. So where do we begin? So you can't go down a spiral here. This thing here, this weird looking fucking thing sends your ball flying into the fucking sky. And so if you manage to not die from that, you land back on the track. But there's two things here which do screw you up. This is one of them. It is not unusual for a marble to get trapped in this fucking thing right here, this spinny thing. It gets glitched in there, it can't get out. So if nobody fucking finishes and a marble gets stuck there, that could really end things. This as well, this thing down here, this other spinny thing here. Marbles have also at times got stuck in here before. This is a very tough little course here. If you manage to survive everything coming down here, and there's a big massive hammer as well as a laser, you need to fucking go down this pretty much straight on. Because this launches you all the way over there. But if you're not centered going off this, you won't make it over there. And once you make it over there, you're kind of done. I thought I was closer than it was, this fucking thing, but it's actually quite far away. Part of the fucking background. Anyway, let's just get ourselves back here and let's see if anyone. I'm gonna try this course 5 times. Okay, we'll have a go 5 different times of trying this course. We'll see if anyone wins, and I think I'm just gonna hit start race now. And here we all coming down. 198 marbles. Good luck, everyone. So we all go through this very weird spinny ball. Who'll be the first one to get out at the bottom here? Everyone's trapped in the fucking middle here. They're all going through. No one's made out yet. No one's made out. So yeah, a very colourful track. What the fuck has happened to Crimbear? Hold on. Where the fuck are you going? And some guy named Steve. I told you it was a very buggy track. Some guy named Steve is... Well, they're gone. And so several people there end up glitching out. I told you guys, it's a very glitchy map. It's a tough map, but it's a glitchy bastard and all. Wardog Leader looks like they got the advantage here. They look like they're the first one out. So let's go down here and see who all comes out first. And this thing at the bottom here will launch you into the sky. Let's see if Wardog can get a smooth transition out, or is he going to get caught up here. He has been caught a little bit there, but he's... It depends if other people can take advantage here. Crash Override has taken advantage here. But, as I said, he then gets sent flying into the fucking air. Logan K has been sent flying forward as well, and is he on track? He actually is on track. But he fucking fell off. Crash Override's right to the very fucking end, Jesus Christ. Right, we're going to need to fast forward at the end. Let's go to CE. He'll launch forward, but as you can see, he didn't make it over. He wasn't dead centre for it, and so many people are falling by the wayside here. Everyone's dying. It's no use of here. Hold on, the consortium made it over. But he's not made it at the end. Oh, it's so unlucky. Consortium made it over, and he made it, so he made the landing. And he went up this thing. And all he really had to do left was go down here from that drop, but it's not as easy as it looks. And yeah, people are falling by the wayside here. There's 35 left. Will Rain and Lemur make it over? They did as well, they sniped it. Hold on, we might have a winner here, first time. Oh, oh no, they're in a bad place. They may get sent flying. They might get sent flying. But Rain and Lemur. This Charlie made it as well. Charlie behind. No, Charlie didn't make it. I thought it had. But it just fallen off the map. So Rain and Lemur may have a chance here. I don't think there's any other obstacles looking at this. It's just a case of making it. All you gotta do is make it to this point. This is the finish line right here. As long as you don't fucking fall, you made it. Hello, we have someone else that made it. Is this the fucking scientist again? Ishe Kabi, I can't mind the name. But yeah, Rain and Lemur. Oh, he survived. He almost fell off the edge. We're going to have a winner straight away. Rain and Lemur has won Bingo. This impossible track, not so fucking impossible after all. And there's only one more marble left, which is this one here, and they're going to have like 45 seconds to get to the end. But I think they should manage it. Like, can I follow them actually? There we go. Oh, they almost went off, but they just survived. Oh, so my question is, will they survive? Or oh, they've gone off the edge. We have one winner, and it is Rain and Lemur. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a wee bingo marble run, even though nobody won the bingo. It is the season, it is Christmas and all that jazz. So I thought I'd just do a wee fucking marble run there. And lo and behold, Rain and Lemur, fucking first time, sniped that bastard. There we go. Let's go back to the race menu. So they won that one. Let me actually take a wee quick note of that. I have a list of bingo winners, not shit and marble winners. Rain and Lemur. Okay, and that, and there we go. Cool. Right, so I just take a wee note there for myself. There's one more course here. This one right here. So we're going to have one more race, okay? We may have a few goes at this race. Now this course is very interesting. Because the whole course is here essentially. You know, you go down here, you filter down here, and then you're here. Now, this is a series of bridges. So, the first bridge is here. And there's a portal here for a reason. If you fall off at any point, the portal sends you, so you go down there, you fall off at any point, you get sent down here to the bottom, you go through that portal there, and it'll take, it'll launch you back out through here to start again. So you want to get past the first bridge. This is an elevator, it takes you up to the second floor. You got to survive these things, and also that thing popping out the ground here. If you manage to survive that and not fall, you go to the third level. You got these spinny things, which can easily knock you off as well. You survive that, you go to the fourth level. This kills a lot of people. It doesn't kill a lot of people. Not a lot of people die on this course, but it's just the fact that they can't finish it. up the elevator, and you get sent and launched perfectly by the spinny thing over here. And you got a lot of fucking bamboo poles as well. And then you're up to the final level. You need to make this first time. If you don't make this first time, you're not going to finish this. Because you need to get sent out from the elevator. You need to hit a speed boost. You need to go up all the way. And you need to make sure you don't hit this fucking thing here on the ground. If this stops you from making it to the finish line and knocks you back, you're not going to have the momentum. You just bounce back and forth forever. So you need to make sure it is timed perfectly to get through all that. So, let's start the race. Very simple start, of course. A bunch of marbles will go down the tube or whatever. They'll come down here, funnel out, have a smashing day, the first one out, and they'll go up the little elevator. And you'll see exactly what I mean when I mean, like, it's not unusual for a bunch of marbles to, you know, get knocked off here to the side or whatever. They will teleport back up through this portal, as you'll see. So going down there isn't a big massive deal. They'll be fine. And Sick Monkey is the first one to challenge the second level. So let's keep an eye on Sick Monkey. Let's just we'll follow them. Oh, they got hit, but it's not going to be too bad for them, I think. But Braden Young's overtaking them. Oops, my bad. I better follow Braden Young. Oh, Braden fell. So Sick Monkey is in the lead again. Actually, it's Johnny Chase. We'll follow Johnny Chase. Oh, Sick Monkey has reclaimed the lead. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This thing here. This thing here usually ends people. But there's no end of Johnny Chase. Johnny Chase is... Oh, and then again. The bamboo poles. The bamboo poles done him in. So who's all there? Johnny Chase is doing so well as well. So Sick Monkey, but now got a whole bunch more people trying to make this jump here. Sideshow Bob. Oh, they were doing well, but hit the bamboo pole and they're back down below. Stewart, though, is flying through here now. Stewart is got a very good chance here.
He is not a real person. He's not genuine.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's a scammer.
Now, Stewart is unfortunate here. Because look what happens to Stewart now from now on. He's not got the momentum to get through now. And Stewart as well might block people from finishing. He's going to be stuck there forever. And there's a chance that he's going to stop people from getting up there if he blocks them. Jasper's Angels is about to find out.
I understand everything now. I know why.
What happens? Oh, Jasper's Angels didn't actually make it through. Hold on.
Because of this bullshit.
Take two from Jasper's Angels. They made it, I think. But are they going to hit it? Oh, it wasn't enough. Oh, and they're going to be stuck there as well. The only hope these two have of finishing is if they get bumped off. Oh, this is... These two are stuck here now, and that's going to cause problems for everyone else. Rebsy, though, can they snipe it? They can't snipe it. There's three of them stuck in here. Oh my. Stewart. And Rebsy's fallen off altogether, but they're back at the start. They're not dead or anything, they're just going to start again. That actually may be the best thing for Rebsy, to get that to happen to them. Because you're not going anywhere at this rate. These two are going to be stuck here. The only hope these two have is someone knocking them off and they get another chance at some point. Is there anyone else that's on the way? Oh, Jasper's Angels has been knocked off the top, and Stewart is now all alone at the very top. Meowmix, oh, I thought they were getting through there. Meowmix might... Oh, they're okay. Meowmix is fine. Dashy and Damice and Brad Burnian. Check out these guys coming up from out of fucking nowhere. So Dashy will be first, and Dashy, that's a good bounce. It's a good roll, but they hit it. Damice hits it as well. Oh my god, the timing. Jasper's Angels flies off. Brad Burnian hits the... Oh my... Not one of them can complete this. The finish line is right here. It is right here, the finish line. Oh, they're so close yet so far. Oh, and Damice has been knocked off to fall all the way down below. Damice actually died. That was a really bad knockoff for Dameis. That didn't go well for him whatsoever. Dips and Luna Guardian are the next ones to try their hand. Dips might be good, but no. There is just enough, by the way, there is just enough momentum. If you get a smooth hit, Dips is gone, Brad Bunyan's gone, Cal V1N has somehow died altogether. So Dashi got a really bad knockoff there. So just like that, we have nobody in the top anymore. So we'll go back down here and keep an eye on anyone that, hold on, JR and Jim 6 were next to try, oh, not JR, my bad. And Jim couldn't make up whatever his prop trade, so we've got trade DDAS now, trade DDAS, whatever. But they couldn't get up properly either. This is, oh, for fuck's sake, wow. 5 minutes we've been waiting for someone to finish this fucking course. It is definitely possible. I have verified this myself, it's definitely possible. Let's keep an eye here. Michael's gonna finish. I've told you all it was possible. We have a winner. Michael finally got through it. There we go. Nah, I don't think anyone's gonna get second place. Dips is very slowly making his way. He might get to finish. Dips might get to finish. Must definitely able as well. Like, I need to fucking do it first time here. Dips. Never mind. And the fire's out to consume everyone. The fire's out to consume all. Only his Kit Kat can't even try. Native Amberga and Nathan, they're gone. They're all gone, and that will bring an end to things very soon. These guys are going to get burned in the fire. And that is that. Fantastic stuff indeed. So well done to Michael for winning that. Fantastic stuff indeed. So yeah, I just thought I'd do some marbles. Cause we actually got through it quite quickly today. Just thought I'd do some random marbles. But yeah, no more marbles. I'm gonna call it quits. There, where's our otters? There we go. Anyway. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for some DSP Bingo antics. I am going to wrap things up there, and of course, Bill's not, here tomorrow, and neither will I be. I'll be back on Friday for some bingo antics, and then I'll be back on Sunday. I am covering Phil's Sunday stream. I'm not doing Saturday. I don't usually do Saturdays anyway, and I'm not going to do it this time either. Saturday's my day, fuck it, But yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys on Friday for some more bingo antics, and then Sunday, and those will be the 2 final bingo streams before Christmas, the big day. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, how you wish to spend it. I do hope you enjoy your Thursday as well, your day off from Phil's antics, not shit. And yeah, guys, I guess I'll see you all again on Friday if you wish to join me for some more bingo antics, and hopefully it won't be too unbearable. Phil was quite annoying today, in my opinion, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? He's a smug, toxic piece of shit. That's Phil for you. But you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for keeping me right in the card. Thank you for putting up with some of the technical difficulties we had as well, with YouTube freezing up me. It's such a weird thing, but actually, it looks like it is tied to, like, people contributing. As bizarre as that sounds, like super chats and whatever, anything which is telling my stream elements to download an animation to show it on stream seems to be impacting, like, my YouTube streaming, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's strange, but hopefully we'll get it sorted very soon anyway. But you guys, anyway, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday and your Thursday, whatever you end up doing, but I'm back on Friday. I'm going to end how it always ends, by playing notorious PIG contributions made by supremely talented Pixar animations. But guys, until next time, until Friday anyway, hope you all have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills. Skills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. All right. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.